Oh, hello everybody, and welcome to the South Park Phone Destroyer weekly update for week number 13. I appreciate you being here. Thanks so much for everybody who is here live. Jimmy James, Pegs All Out, Reaper, Cat Spray is here. Welcome in, Fried Bow as well. Capium, how's everybody doing? Outcast, Jimmy James, Fried Bow, how have your streams been going recently? Tattooed is here as well. And who else do we got? That's it. If I miss somebody, I apologize. It doesn't mean you're not important. But Meow Bark, welcome in. I appreciate you guys being here. We have the typical Jackson. What's up? What's up, dickheads? We have the typical South Park Phone Destroyer weekly update coming at you. We're going to be going through last week's games. We're going to be going through last week's results. We're going to be going through the deck for next week, which is kind of an interesting one. And then we'll be looking at the forum post, which make sure you stick around for that. Not only is there a new card, but there is also some balance updates, which I think is more important than the new card in my opinion. But we're going to be doing the balance updates and then talking about that probably for the bulk of the night and what we think is going to happen there. So welcome in. I play games while the kid's been sitting next to me asking if I can have a turn. Oh, that's nice.
No, Jimmy. God, please, no!
No, God, please,
no!
God, no!
No!
Maybe I should turn those off for this, but we'll see. We'll see how annoying they get. But I can turn them off at a click of a button. But let's get into it. We'll start out last week. We had Chef's Elite one more time. Merc Demon's there as well. But Chef's Elite's losing by 42 points. The answer to the universe, taking them down. Last week they beat us by 6. And we asserted our dominance a bit by beating them by what would amount to about 3 losses total. So we had 2 losses total, and I legit think we had 2 113s and the rest were 114s. We had the highest average this week, which we will pull up here. We had the highest average this week. I think this might be a little bit too small. I think I might, here, this is what we do. Oh, too big now. We'll scroll it. Next week I'll only do like the top 6 because who cares about the top 10. But Chef's Recruits, keep that score in mind because that actually is kind of important. But we have Deadly Bananas, Nambla, Tidal Wave barely beating Nambla in that 47 bracket. I don't think they're in the same bracket. We got Szechuan Sauce at 4999, almost 5,000 is pretty good, but they were at 45, so they probably won their bar. Illuminated coming in the top 5, so that's pretty good for them. Running at 48 too. It's weird we don't see Illuminated very often. But I mean, that week they would have beat, oh no, they wouldn't have beat Chef's Elite. They would have been real close to beating Chef's Elite. Chef's Elite right above them, Illuminati right above them, but you see that Dire Tide actually quite a bit above Illuminati. It looked like Dire Tide and Free to Play Whales both took 2 losses. Illuminati and Chefs looked like they both took 5 losses. I mean, similar to Illuminated. Chef's Elite and Illuminated were off by 2 points. It's crazy. It's crazy. But you can see Tidal Wave there as well. And the reason that that's interesting is so this week, 2 interesting things happened. And you can see from this chart, which is the current top 10. I guess it's the top 12 in order to fit Dire Tide in there. I'm just kidding, they're 10. But I needed to be able to fit that Mercenaries dropped 3 all the way down. Tidal Wave, 6 Hammers, and Dire Tide passed them. And they're all the way down by 35 points even. They're all the way down back to 11th from being 8th. That's pretty crazy. Tidal Wave all up. And the reason that happened is because in this bracket, Tidal Wave and Chef's Recruits beat Mercenaries. Well, actually, I guess that doesn't matter because Mercenaries was... Well, I guess Mercenaries went... Yeah, Mercenaries went down 3 because Mercenaries got 3rd. And Dire Tide and Tidal Wave both got first. And I think 6 Samurai probably got first too, right? So Mercenaries getting 3rd there, real brutal. But this matchup, I mean, this bracket, look at this shit. 52-1-2, 51-9-1, 51-8-4. I mean, that was 7 points. And then between that is only like, what, 21 points? So that is real close bracket there. You see they're all within 0.5, which isn't even a loss. So yeah, that's just you know, missed 114s decided that bracket. So that's interesting. But then also In this bracket, Dire Tide finally showing out against Illuminati. And I think part of the reason why Illuminati lost is because they don't watch the stream and they didn't know that Garrison was a dumb fucking pick, because they picked Garrison and it showed in their numbers. 112.58 is pretty bad for them. They've been above 113 for quite a while. But Dire Tide taking advantage, knocking them down. But if you saw in the current list, Illuminati's still #1 because we beat Chef's Elite. But only by about 17 points now, which is, well, I guess it's about the same. They didn't really gain much on him either way. But because we beat Chefs and Illuminati got second, the lead increases back to about 250-ish or so. It was at, I can't do that math right now. What is it? Someone do the math. I honestly can't see those numbers. They're so small on my monitor. $286. Okay, so 286 points is the difference. 296. I mean, I could be wrong. I might have told Alexa the wrong numbers. But yeah, that worked out to increase our lead because it was down to like 200 at some point. But Illuminati at one point got like 4th place, and then we got it back up to like 300. At one point, I think the highest we ever were was like 500-600, I think, at some point. But it's slowly been dwindling. It's been steady about 300 to 200 pretty well. Beastman, what's up? How you doing, man? 3-second scan of digits. I was surprised how many teams went with Garrison. Yeah, I don't. We'll see in our games that there were quite a few people that picked it. But yeah, I mean, Illuminati lost by 40 points as well, which is pretty crazy because like usually when Dire Tide wins, it's by a little bit, and then usually, well, I mean, when Chef's Elite has beaten us, it's typically been by less than a win. It's been like 7 points one time, 6 point one time, and then we win. And we win by 40 points, and Dire Tide wins, and then they win by 40 points. So I think the Illuminati has shown that they do really poorly. I mean, this 112 is considered really poorly. Like 5 losses in this stage, at this level in this stage is poorly, right? It's still not bad. It's still better than ever. I mean, they were still top 3 in the whole game, but they should have done better. And it was just because they picked Garrison, I think. Like, I think that was literally the only thing that impacted their score. It's just more difficult to get wins with that. I mean, everybody I saw play Garrison did not play it well. Even Garrison sniping a Nathan perfectly, it's just he's so bad as a body. It's like you spent, it's like an unholy combustion on Nathan, which could work, but either, like, no matter what, you're losing that one energy. So overall, you're probably gonna lose it. Critters were so much fun. Critters were very fun, actually. Critters were very fun. I don't think I saw your games, Fred, but I saw Shadow Tash's games where Tidal Wave picked Present Garrison and something else. They picked another one that wasn't the right one. I was like, ooh. I was like, they really fucked you, man. And Shadow Tash got a free-to-play whale this week, which kind of sucked for him. But let's pull up the games. I forgot to pull up the videos. Let me get them pulled up real quick. All right, weekly update. Play. You gotta stop it. And you gotta title it. Okay, so we'll start with the Adventure Lock this week because, to be frank, the Adventure Lock was just unfair. This deck was just perfect for it. I could have went over to free to play whales and played right with them in Gold League. Actually, Casey did do that, but we didn't need another person over there, so I just stayed here. The right choice depends on teams' available caps and members' potential card levels. No, I disagree, Bacon or Bust. There's certain choices that it doesn't matter. There's certain choices where it doesn't matter your levels. It's not the right choice. A lot of times levels don't really matter in Team Wars. You've seen people with level 4 epics take down free-to-play whales, so it really doesn't matter some weeks. Especially this coming week. This coming week is going to be incredibly easy to lose to someone that has a lower level cards because DSR, Leanne, Cock Magic, Transmog, all of these cards that kind of get rid of all of your level benefit that you might have. Oh, you have a level 5 card, boom, it's gone. Oh, you have a level 6 card, boom, it's gone. Can you imagine a teammate had his Inuit 016, got 2 legendaries, the battle pass, 3/6 out, nice. Well, I bought one Sizzler on the alt account because he was sitting 7 out of 8, not thinking, oh, I could get one from the event. And I got a Sizzle from the event, the first event legend I've gotten in about 6 months. Starting the hand made a huge difference this week. Yeah, I mean, I played quite a few practices this week. Usually I don't play as many practices, but yeah, there was a couple games where I started Santa, Marcus, Hanky, and my teammate, hey Savage, what's up? My teammate didn't have Mayor in hand, because we picked Mayor. Didn't have Mayor in hand, and I got, you all know I'm really good with Marcus pillows and timing and everything, and I got 4 Marcus pillows out of that first set before they even got past half court, and I was just able to defend with like PC principle and shit, and I took all of his bars with just Marcus. Didn't get anywhere near his new kid, but Marcus just fucked him up. It was actually really funny. Savage, thanks so much for those bits, buddy. I appreciate you. Good to see you. We'll get you some buckets for your return. Hey, Casey's here. What's up, buddy? Yeah, Casey was killing it. Got that 114 on. I should have came over too. We could have gone 50 this week. All right, so obviously I'm fucking around a little here. Leading Big Gay Al is not really a good idea, but I was thinking playing critters with Big Gay Al. When Big Gay Al's about to die, you eat Big Gay Al, and that's nice, man. That's nice. Now look at this. Look at these motherfuckers. Boom. I mean, look at this. Yes, steal him. Steal him. All right, he's gonna get knocked back from this and then right into critters. I mean, that's pretty fun. Come on, that's fun. Come on. I think for a second here, I forgot critters were a range card. Yeah, see, I said, oops. I totally forgot critters were a range card. I was like, oh yeah, fucking melee unit, no big deal. That makes me chuckle. And I mean, makes me not able to eat my mark with my Starvin' Marvin, which was kind of my plan, was to eat Starvo right there. But Starvin' Marvin actually gets brutal damage out himself. And the critters come through. Well played, cheeky bastard. Not bad at all. Battle Cats. Marcus Max 5 was great. Dude, I had level 6 Marcus on the main account. Fucking just so stupid. Just so dumb. So the only thing... See, like, I'm not even, like, stressed right here. Because, like, I'm not even losing energy. Because him getting to my side of the field does not scare me. He's a level 2 Garrison, right? Even if it was level 5, I'm not scared. He can smoke my Garrison. I don't give a shit. Or my... There's just so many targets that don't... That Garrison can't hit. And it doesn't matter. So, like, even if he was level 6, he's not going to hit my Nathan. I'm not going to allow it, you know? And he's going to die so quick that he's not even going to get his second ability off, like, ever. Don't use it on Nathan. Don't use it on Nathan. Uh-oh. I kind of doomed myself. I doomed myself to the base level damage. Unless I can put Terrence and Phillip right in front of him and then eat one. Oh, you dirty bitch. Uh-oh, I fucked it. I fucked it. Nathan, well, Nathan might stay far enough away. No, we're screwed. We're just going to have to eat Nathan. Actually, I don't think that's a good idea either. Oh, I might actually get Terrence right there. If I would have eaten right there, I might have gotten Terrence. Oh, shit. Yes, Nathan's far enough away. Put somebody down and eat him. Put somebody down and eat him. I honestly don't remember what I did in this game. This is like my first game of the day. Oh, I just gave up Nathan there. I was like, fuck that guy. Fuck Nathan. Big Gay Al, go. Eat the PC principal real quick. Oh, shit, I ate Big Gay Al. Rip. Oh, shit, here's Classy. We'll talk about Classy a little bit later. Man, that plus 80. Boom. Dude, that is fucking legendary. Fuck you, Starvin' Marvin. You ain't shit. Oh, god damn it. That's fun. There we go. Integrity. I think this guy actually... this guy might put up a fight. I can't remember. Rank 3000 puts up a fight. You think Garrison with Santa, if it were a possibility last week, would have been good? I mean, that would have made it better. You would have been at least able to get 2 shots off, but I still think it's just not worth it. Even with Hanky, just like there's no chance he gets more than a couple off. And even if he does get a couple off, I could have played pigeons. You could have hit pigeons. I could have played rats. You could have just hit rats. Could have played Terrence and Phillip. You could have hit Terrence and Phillip. I could have hit PC Principal or Bar Brady, where you don't really do much damage. Marcus doesn't even die to it, and he could get a pillow off before he dies. There's just so much that keeps Garrison from being good this week. Maybe in a different week when there's something like, you know, Mecha or, you know, Medusa or shit like that, where you like really have to try to get the kill on it. But Nathan this week just wasn't big enough of a threat, I think, with the other units we had at our disposal. Mostly just the swarms. You'll see later in some games, the guy plays Garrison. I'm butt naked with Nathan. I put pigeons out and he smacks a pigeon. Like, it's just, there's just nothing he can do. Not even 300, 350 classy. Damn, dude. I have level 5 classy. That's definitely going to be a new staple to the adventure lock, is going to be classy swashbuckler, which we'll talk about a little bit later. Make sure you stick around to the end where we talk about the forums, or the forum post. If you're on YouTube, the chapters will be on the bottom if you want to skip to any specific part, if you don't want to see me beating up on noobs. Although we had some pretty good games on this account, if I remember. Classy plus Bradley. Yeah, exactly. This is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm thinking for the Adventure Lock account. Level 1 War Boy, Swashbuckler, Classy, Frontier. You play Classy. She's about right here. Then she gets about here, whatever. You play Frontier, maybe. Actually, maybe you might wait on the Frontier. You might want to wait on the Frontier. You play Classy. At some point, she enrages. Boom, freeze. You play Swashbuckler. Then you play the War Boy. Boom, War Boy comes out. Classy is boosted. Then you play the Frontier. Boom, you're ready to go. Boom, boom, boom. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's only a 14 energy play. Totally doable. Totally doable. Totally doable. What's up, Shal? So I wish Classy was 4 mana. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think she should be, honestly. I think it's a better card now, but we'll talk about that later. I don't want to talk about it yet. But this is what I was talking about. If you just start with this, dude, it's tough to do anything to it. If you get the perfect target, and Nathan's not even gonna stop my fucking... Look at this. He's not even gonna stop me from getting the hit off. I don't think I could have gotten 2 off because he would have played a card, but we got that one off. Like, what? What's he supposed to do? What's he supposed to do? See, I was partially like, I don't want to really do that because I didn't want Nathan to start hitting him, but I was like, well, one of them's going to die to Garrison anyway, so no big deal. I was like, oh shit, Hanky! I didn't even see Hanky there that whole time. That whole time. Hanky's right. Hanky's... Find the Hanky! Where's the Hanky? Do you see him? You can kind of see his health bar right here. You can kind of see his health bar. He's hiding behind our old Jolly Saint Nick. I had no idea Hanky was even there. I should have noticed the Garrison charge start to charge faster. I could play the rats right here and kill the Garrison before the rats died. Like, I could do that. Oh shit. Big gay Al taking the bar. All we gotta do is kill that Nathan though. Terrence or Phillip. Terrence. We just gotta kill the Nathan. That's all we gotta do. Wait till he starts attacking our Nathan, play our rats. Ooh, nice timing. Nice timing. I'm a fan. You know what sucks? Level 5 Terrence doesn't even one-shot the level 6 rats. So it's like not a good card this week. Mayor was definitely the better choice. Which South Park character do I relate to? I don't know, probably the one that murdered his wife. Which one is that? Yours would be Mr. Garrison. That checks out. Did that with Furco with someone? Yeah, I did. That was in my strats. So every week I write strats for the team, like basically like do's and don'ts of what to play and stuff like that. I get quite in depth with it. Maybe I'll share it with you guys sometime. But one of the things I said this week is we had Furco level 5, I think, for most people, and I was just like, only play Furco if you're trying to kill Nathan midline, because you will 2-shot most Nathans unless they have max. If they have 7, it'll take 3 shots because max 6 Nathan takes 3 shots. But if you have level 5 Furco, it'll kill it. And this is why Mimsy just isn't good. You can just body block him, but it was more important to me to kill the Nathan than to actually stop the Mimsy from getting a little damage. So we made sure to kill the Nathan, assuming we'd be able to counter here. Now we do this just to protect the Marcus a little bit to get one more shot off. So we put him out of the way, lowered their DPS a little bit, which I think saved him. I think he might not have died, but I think it was a good play. Now the pigeons this week, also in my strats, was to not play pigeons on defense if you didn't already have health out there, because there's nothing in this game. Everything has a lot of health. There's nothing in these battles that will die quick enough to the pigeons, unless you get them like right here and they chase them the whole way. But the problem with pigeons is that pigeons have a tendency to fuck off and stop following people if they walk too fast, right? So one of the keys to the pigeon defense is you can't defend with the pigeons unless you already have health out there. Because even this, look at this, these pigeons, they ain't doing shit. They're not doing any damage right now. So my Barbrady was able to walk to him and simply because he played those pigeons like that, I was able to win very handily there. So very important part of defense there. Shalazar quit? No way, dude. He runs like 11 accounts, just like all of us, if free to play Wales. What's up, Matt? Welcome back, buddy. Matt, new member of Namblos, welcome in. We're going to see the Namblos gameplay with our goth kids. It's going to be fun. Bubby, what are you crying about? The Marcus getting that second one off. Now the TNP with no, he's something about rats. Rats will get one hit off on the new kid if Nathan gets played if Nathan gets played a little late, but mostly if rats get played mid, rats will get a hit off. See that? I played the rat and Garrison didn't do shit. So Garrison might have hit Nathan there. Nope, no chance. And the rats on the bottom side kill him. Now Nathan isn't going to stop the hanky here. So we're going to play the Terrence and Phillip to hope to kill the hanky. We don't get the hanky in time, but that's all right. Now see, we're a little worried about the Garrison getting that attack off and killing our Nathan, but look at that. He fucking died to a tank. He's just bad, man. He's just bad. Every time you play him, you're gonna net loss, whether it's the push, whether it's the field position, whether it's energy, you're gonna lose something. You're gonna lose something. And look at this, Starvin Marvin. That's why Starvin Marvin was a good choice this week, simply because if they already had played pigeons, Nathan is just too slow to prevent him from getting one hit off. Tupac Llama. Unfollowing for having daddy in your title? I was gonna change it to Xerxes. Like Scissor Me Xerxes. Oh shit. You know, I should, before we get into stuff where you guys' opinions actually matter, I should change the, oops, wrong button. Oh, wrong button. I should change this to be, you can still read it if it's smaller, right? You can still read that? Oh, anyway, I'm gonna start this one over because this game was lit. All right, so we are gonna start. It's Tupac Llama. Did you ever see a llama kiss a llama on a llama? All right, so we start with Nathan. We were gonna start with Nathan, then we're like, you know what? No, let's not start that. But oh shit, and then we play this, and then we steal it. So he hits a pigeon, so that's good for us to start. And we're gonna play Terrence Mephisto. I don't think Terrence Mephisto is the right choice this week. Maybe not the right one to play there either. I should have probably put a body out to defend the Nathan, but I figured I could get here quick enough. So again, Garrison hits. Now this is kind of a mistake because the Marcus gets pushed back, but Terrence was already hitting him. So Nathan is in good shape here. Hopefully we can kill the Garrison. Look at that. Garrison got 2 hits off, 3 hits off. Okay, that was pretty good. I should have played something there to, I really thought we were gonna kill that fucker. I should have played something to, I should have played something to stop that. To stop him from getting that off. Like I should have just played one more card to get one more hit. But now we're just protecting. Now the game is protect Nathan and or Marcus. That's the name of the game at this point. And now the name of the game for me is to try to kill his Nathan, which is gonna be kind of difficult. But if I can break through with my level 6 Barbrady, we might be able to. I'm gonna hold off on the Terrence and Phillip because I don't want them to just walk into the Nathan damage. So we're slow playing here, and we're going to play Terrence and Phillip on the bottom side here to try to get the value by actually getting to the Nathan. Now the one goes on the bottom side. It actually almost works, but the rats come through not getting attacked by the Nathan, and it actually works out, and we get the hit on the Furkle so that now Nathan can hit the Furkle and kill him. Yes, the Furkle comes through. We deal with them. He pushes us backwards, and he survives. The Hanky gonna get pushed back. No, I wanted the Hanky to get... See, that was a mistake there for me. I wanted the Hanky to get pushed back by the PC Principal, and then fucking... hit. See, this is a mistake too. I should have played like Terrence Mephisto there. I wanted the... See, this, I kind of broke my own rule here, but I really thought the Hanky was gonna hit my Santa. Like, that just pissed me off. But my pigeons were gonna defend well, and I was kind of expecting the Terrence there, but I was hoping to just get the Marcus out. But unfortunately he defends pretty well here, but we gotta just slam the Marcus. And I should have played Terrence Mephisto there to try to kill the pigeons, but we're just going for the damage, and it ends up working out by getting that Marcus out there. Are we able to stop it? I don't know. We might take this loss. See, Terrence Mephisto just wasn't good enough. I mean, granted, mine's level 5, so it doesn't one-shot the rats, like I was saying. Doesn't one-shot the pigeons. So if I could have one-shot the pigeons there, I might have been able to defend, but this was just my levels not being able to defend what it should have been able to defend there. This was like the first game. I don't know why it was out of order. But yeah, the level 5 Terrence Mephisto, just not worth it. So you kind of gimped your whole team that had level 5 Mephisto by picking him. I think Mayor was better choice, because Mayor does her job at level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Doesn't matter, right? So you're not gimping your teammates with that. Whereas Terrence Mephisto, if you don't have 6, he doesn't even one-shot the swarms. He's literally worthless. He's a dog shit card if he doesn't get the swarms killed. Now this, on the bottom side, I put Barbrady there to hopefully go forward and try to get Nathan, but apparently he decided to go up, but we end up still getting the same thing. He does get our Marcus there, which is pretty nice. This is Kagor, by the way, from somewhere important. I don't know. Pretty good player, though. But Garrison getting some good value here. We're playing the rats out just to distract from the Garrison, and check it out. It doesn't bug us at all. Like, it doesn't waste anything, because the rats end up fucking wiping the Hanky out, because we played him in good position. Now this was kind of scary here. I played the Garrison into just getting smacked, and I almost played pigeons into the Mephisto here. But we're still in good shape here, and look at that. He's just so bad, dude. Like, even PC Principal, who isn't a great body himself, even PC Principal fucked up. I should have played Mr. Hanky there to get knocked back to New Kid, but no, I didn't have the bar yet. So we're keeping Nathan alive here as best we can. We don't have to really play anything here. His Terrence Mephisto, not a lot of damage, so not a real threat. God, these guys just had a terrible deck. He's a good player, but their deck is just not, it just wasn't going to help him out. It's not enough damage from the big gay out with the stuff like Terrence and Phillip. You know, PC Principal pushes him back and lowers his damage. There's just too much stuff. I was going to wait. See, I was going to wait to try to get the double Marcus, but I ended up just using it for funsies because... Oh, nice. Because we couldn't... I thought the Santa was going to die, so I was like, fuck it. We're going to win anyway, so... Trogdor was a man. No, it's Kagor, not Trogdor. Marcus, Santa, and Hanky is OP. Oh, yeah, dude. It takes 2 at level 5 max to... What? It's like 170 something? So it's only 2 pretty much to bring him to a point where one little hit from a swarm will kill him. All right, so he led with the Santa. We got the Mayor out in case he plays the Marcus, but I swear to God, nobody that I played fucking did that. Not even in practice. Everybody played something else. Kagor, Trogdor. All right, we're gonna play that Nathan. So one of the goals here this week was to try to use the PC Principal to push back their tank into the range. If that had been Marcus, that would have been perfect. Into the range of their Nathan or their Terrence Mephisto. Hey, J Hex, thanks for the follow. So when Nathan is on like a dog poo, for instance, if you try to PC Principal the dog poo backwards to be underneath the Terrence Mephisto, then Nathan can kill him. That was kind of the goal, to try to get their backline killed. And you can see me, I probably try to do that here. Now the Mimsy is just that defense trying to stop me. Nathan surviving New Kid and having a launch angle that high brings him so far back. A knockback angle, I guess is what you could call it. If you guys didn't know how the knockback works, each card has a knockback angle. Certain angle, I don't know what the angle is, if it's like 20 degrees or something where there's like no knockback, but if he has like a 45-degree angle, that means if he gets knocked back, his character model will go 45 degrees, which is like the most you could possibly be knocked back. If he only has like a 20, it'll go like this. Like, and it slightly depends on the character. Obviously, some characters just have a higher knockback. Like PC Principal's knockback is a more knockback than Super Craig, but it's all about the angle that they get put off on. So Hanky has a high or like a perfect 45 probably. I'd have to check, but he's also, they have some sort of weight mechanic or something. I'm not sure how it works, but he gets sent pretty much as far as you could physically like the max physics he could possibly get. If you took Mayor, Market wasn't an issue in the slightest. I don't know. He still got one hit off, and if you're just playing for one bar, it's hard to stop him from getting one hit off. Like, case in point right there. Like, it's hard. Definitely made it easier though. Definitely made it easier. But if you did it right, if you did the Santa into Marcus, unless you played the Mayor before the Marcus even came out, Marcus would get his pillow off. And as soon as the pillow leaves his hand, even if you reset, the pillow will still fly. It's not too bad. But yeah, for sure. Definitely made it a little bit easier. I did think Mayor was definitely the choice this week. Henrietta, oh snap. Yeah, isn't that great? I played Marcus a little earlier, or not Marcus, Hanky a little earlier, but didn't really matter. Hey, Sibo, what's up, buddy? Irish, welcome in, by the way. How's everybody doing? Matt's here with his brother. What's up, everybody? All right, now we have Namblos, which we actually have the goth kids, so we get to, and somehow we didn't get switched to Pete though. So we didn't switch to Pete, and we didn't have Pete, which is kind of the backbone of the goth kids, because that lifesteal is what really keeps them alive, right? So we're gonna play the PC Principal here. The idea is that maybe we won't kill the Furkle and he won't get respawned, but man, you know, that's actually interesting. Look when his body's like ability started heading backwards. Look at this. Like, he's dead the moment his attack hits. But if you look at Furkle's attack, Furkle finishes his attack animation and finishes against, like this is interesting. This is like backwards to how their mechanics work. Because you don't take your final damage until you hit the ground when you get knocked back. So if you knock someone back who's midway through their charge, they'll still get their charge off. And just like their attack, if Dogpoo's midway through their attack and PC Principal knocks him back, Dogpoo will still hit that PC Principal and it'll be like Phantom. But as you see here, Furkle starts to hit, and okay, he did beat PC Principal, but Furkle's attack would have still hit, even though right at like this moment his little soul disappeared from his body. That was interesting. So you'll see when he gets knocked back there, he doesn't die, and the damage still went through on the PC Principal. It's not like I pushed him back and the damage didn't hit me, right? Kill that fucking Furkle. So it's interesting that they put a reticle around the unit when it has been respawned. Or no, never mind. That's Pete's boost. I'm stupid. That's Pete's boost. I'm glad the Furkle didn't get that boost off. I could have maybe played something to boost him, but nah. We're in trouble here, but we know that the Henriette is dead, so we don't have to worry too much. We got to try to kill the Pete. There you go. The Michael, I was actually thinking about playing the Michael. Just level 6 Michael is actually pretty good, but the likelihood of the whole team having it the level it needed. That one rat surviving on the bottom side. Nathan's not getting him, and the rat's doing work there. I love rats in Team Wars. It's so much fun. May also is the choice. Her war cries. Yeah, Mayor is definitely the choice. 1000%. So we made that right choice. But imagine if she still impacted your own teammates. God, that was such a dumb idea to have that even happen. There's like no other card in the game that impacts both people. Youth Pastor Craig doesn't impact both people. Okay, look at this shit. Look at this dog shit Garrison. No, he's doing all right. Level 4 epic versus level 4 rare is pretty good. All right, we're gonna lead with the Henrietta. Ooh, we got the Garrison with that hit because he's so fat and slow and ugly. Furco comes out right after his attack, which means Garrison dies before his second one gets off. And anybody in the world tries to tell you that Garrison was the right fucking pick is fucking stupid. How could the team that touts himself as the best team in the game possibly have people that think Garrison's the right decision? That doesn't make any fucking sense to me. That doesn't make any fucking sense to me. They must have had a baby pick this week. And then we see, nice. I grabbed the one that was almost fully health. So that was a big mistake. But you'll see people, our deck gets posted somewhere and they'll say shit like, what did a wombat pick their deck? And it's like, dude, this is clearly the best deck. This is clearly the best deck this week. Diretide picked the same deck. Illuminati picked the same deck. Like pretty much everybody picked the same deck, except some weeks people make mistakes. Like Illuminati made a mistake this week. But most of the time, people make the same choices. Like it's pretty clear what the best choices are. And they fucking act like we make the wrong choice every week. And it's like, what are you fucking talking about? Very rarely do I feel like free to play makes the wrong choice. Every once in a while, I'll be like, okay, we should have picked this card because it was much better. Like there's a couple times when I was like, I think we should use this card. And someone's like, no, we should use this one. I was like, whatever. I didn't really care that much. And then when I got to the game, I was like, okay, that was way better. That was way better. It was right on. Like for instance, what was it? Wonder Tweak into Pirate Ship Timmy. I had Wonder Tweak into Captain Wendy because I think Captain Wendy's the shit. Because my idea was I can reach past the group to get to the kite. That week was the kite was the problem. But I didn't think, oh, Wonder Tweak's just gonna group them all up in Pirate Ships. Because for some reason I forgot Pirate Ship Timmy did AoE damage. I forgot he did AoE damage. I had to play the mayor there to kill the Starvin' Marvin in time. Bonus of killing the... Or not killing the Garrison, but stopping the Garrison from getting any value. Now look at this Garrison not able to do shit to my level 2. Oh no, Henrietta! Henrietta gets smoked instead of the Furkle. There was one time when somebody killed my Furkle. Somebody killed Furkle with Garrison right when Furkle spawned against Henrietta, and it was hilarious. That week with Pirate Ship was so much fun. See, this is what I'm talking about. Right there. You see that? That Terrence didn't kill those rats, and those rats got potentially game-winning damage on that guy. I don't think Terrence Sophisto was the choice this week. For sure, 1000%. Now, this is tough here. What's going to happen? Oh, boy. All right. Made sure he couldn't get that chip damage. He still gets that. It's only level 3, though, so it's not 170-some damage. Will Michael survive? Michael, just a good unit in general. New kid gonna help us with this. Level 4 Nathan, though. Real disadvantage here, though. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Barb ready on the Nathan. Prevent him from getting... No, Nathan! No! Oh, we survived! We survived! But the Starvin' Marvin, we have nothing to stop the Starvin' Marvin. No. So we're just going to take that 4 energy and we're going to shove it up his ass. If you're going to take a bar on me, we're going to take 2, baby. Let's go. We got to go hard. So yeah, that was a wasted Furkle. I didn't think PC Principal was going to get onto New Kid right away. I thought he was going to have to push those motherfuckers. But once again, this guy makes the quintessential mistake thinking Pigeons is going to save him. Oh no, that would have been fine. If the PC Principal wasn't level 4, probably wouldn't be able to push through that, but not ideal. But this is gonna be perfect because we're gonna be able to kill this fucking dog poo real quick. Uh-oh, don't hit the oh shitty. What are we gonna steal? A little rat that could. Plus 61 damage though. It doesn't get maxed. Garrison ain't gonna kill my fucking woodland critters, that's for sure. Go baby go. Go baby go. I gotta get Henrietta out, then kill the critters to kill Michael. That's the goal. No, we're just gonna use this. Oh, there we go. Oh, we still killed the Michael for the extra damage just to kill this Mimsy in time. And we took the bar on the other side with the Bar Brady just like we were planning. And Moody takes another win. Nicely done. I got a few phones leading Furkle, then playing Pete, right? As he was about to hit new kid. Yeah, exactly, dude. That was good. That's just a surprise full health, pretty much, right? It's great. Ginge, how you doing, man? Could be a base level 5 Mephisto. Well, yeah, if your team only brought him to 5, that's what you'd get. Duh. That's what I was saying. Killed Barbarade with critters in one game. That was on his, yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's like, I'm going to hit new kid and I'm going to have, what? 60 attack plus 400 health, I think is the, I guess it depends on the level of your critters, obviously, but see, that's what I was talking about. Right there, the guy uses his ability right when Furkle spawns. This is why Garrison wasn't the choice. Even if they're running fucking goth kids, he's not even the choice. Uses it right when Furkle spawns and insta stacks Henrietta to 52. That's pretty fun. Let's go, goth kids. Let's go, Furkle, come back. Now imagine if I had the heal. Imagine if I had the Pete. Yes, just kill the Santa, please. Go, Michael. Wow, can you believe Michael threaded the needle right there? Didn't attack the Barbrady. Kill the Santa. Oh, why did I wait? I didn't want the health. I just wanted the attack. I shouldn't have waited there though. I should have caught him when I had more attack or when he had more health, because he was just gonna die to the Barbrady anyway. What was I thinking? I had one guy kill his Henrietta with critters. Yeah, that was bad. That was why critters and goth kids are like a good idea, but like the chance of that happening is so scary that I don't know if it's really worth it. Savage, thanks for the 100. Ilu picking Garrison didn't make sense. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, they have all of the, like, why doesn't our rat tell them our deck before they choose? Like, that would really help them out. But yeah, fun games this week. I thought there were some, I played quite a few practices, like I said, and there were some big differences. Like, levels were kind of a big deal this week. If you had like level 7 Barbarity, level 7 PC Principal, it was tough to lose just because in those mirror matches you were gonna win by that little bit, and if your Barbarity beats their Barbarity and walks a little bit towards their new kid, that's all it might take to get close enough to, you know, damage the new kid. Levels meant everything this week. Yeah, exactly. I saw it, Savage. I was just busy. Yeah, when I'm in the games I try not to get distracted, or else I don't go back to the games. But yeah, I appreciate that. I'll send you another loot box here in a second. Well, now you got double. Since neutral has no special abilities to sway the action except for Garrison. Yeah, exactly. And with no spells, I think was kind of the biggest thing. No spells where you can't really, you can't reset. I'm glad they didn't have Satan as an option, honestly. But yeah, let's get into, speaking of Satan, let's get into the deck choices for this upcoming week. Maybe not. Where's the deck? What the fuck? Where'd my deck go? I know they're there. Reset, transform. What the fuck's going on here? Deck 1, deck 2 is set up correctly. Oh, I see what's happening. Oh, okay. Okay, I got it. I see what happened. My fault. I accidentally moved the file outside of where it needed to be to show up. Now it should pop up. There they are. Oh my lord. Can you imagine how big that is? What the fuck is going on here? No, reset transform, please. Hey, there they are. That got intense. All right, sorry about that. All right, so this week, which we will effectively dub fucking removal week, my lord. So I'm gonna call I'm gonna call this. Now I might be wrong here, but I'm willing to bet that there's more losses this week than any other week in quite a while. Just simply because there is no level advantage here. Like, you can have level advantage, but it's not gonna matter much because your level 5 mecha is gonna get killed by AQR eventually. Your slave or your Osimo is gonna get killed by Lian or Transmog or Cock Magic. I mean, the DSR is gonna kill the Sizzler. The Sizzler is gonna stop the Gizmos. The Cyborg's gonna turn around the Sizzler. There's just so much. I mean, God forbid the Hat comes out. Somebody plays Mr. Hat in that bitch. I mean, there's just gonna be so much shenanigans going on that it's gonna be so difficult to get a push that actually pushes through. And most bars this week are gonna be taken by Cox, like guaranteed. It's gonna be like Peg's house on a Thursday, just running with Cox. And it's gonna be fun, but we'll see. Want to become famous? Yeah. So you're saying I have a chance? Hillbilly hot dog. Exactly. You got a chance. Cox and Dougie. I don't think Dougie's the right choice, but we'll see. When you can just freeze ray him, and like when gnomes are out there, I just like, what are you gonna do? Dougie ain't doing shit. I guess you could freeze ray the gnomes on defense too. Or I mean on offense too. I don't know, dude. CKI, you know CKI is a fucking killer. But there's also so much removal that CKI takes a little bit of a problem. But the thing is that CKI could force removal, transmog, something like that, and it's only 3 energy. And he could force a Lian play, he could force a Cock Magic, transmog, whatever. So we'll see when we get down to that. But first one, Mecha versus Satan. I like the Satan play this week to potentially lower the impact of like the swarming Gizmos, Gnomes, the Bebe, it'll kill, the Randy, it'll kill. Could kill the Dougie on defense as well, kills the CKI. It kills a lot this week. I don't think you really have to worry about a freeze ray transmog too much. It could happen, and if it happens, you just got to give kudos to the motherfucker that did it. But they're probably gonna win anyway, because if they have a push that has like Satan potential and they still have 8 energy, like you're probably gonna lose anyway. But yeah, the reason that I wouldn't want to pick Mecha is because Mecha is just gonna get AQR'd. Literally, AQR will sit in people's hand until you play Mecha, because it's really the only target. Unless you could also grab like Randy and Bebe, that would be a good choice. But yeah, I think Satan's the choice this week. Even just level 3 will probably kill pretty much everything you need it to. So Garrison versus Randy. Obviously, Garrison still has that glitch. If it was a bad other choice, you might have a choice there, but Randy's gonna be so good to try to counteract the Lian. When the enemy plays Lian, try to get the Randy out there to get those Cocks out there to be able to potentially pull one of those transmogs away from one of your bigger units, right? So Randy's going to be impactful this week for sure, but he is going to be a target for AQR, so try to prevent that. But even if he gets a Cock out or 2, you know, it'll help him out. Marcus versus Lian. We saw how good Marcus was last week, but without the Santa, I don't think he's really a big enough threat, considering if he is a threat, like if it is a threat that Marcus can beat you, you can just transmog him, right? And you should be able to you know, go from there and be in pretty good shape. So yeah, I like the Lian this week for sure. Even level 4, level 3 still pretty much does what you need to. The one thing to be careful for will be the Cocks, potentially Cocks from the Slave, the Randy. You want to try to prevent them from getting value. So if that means like playing your Bebe on the bottom side away from your Lian or something like that to kill some of them before your Lian dies, whatever it might be, you always want to try to get that value from the Lian and not turn Cocks into Cocks, right? Hey, Quad, what's up, buddy? Cyborg could fuck up a Lian play too. Yeah, but like Lian still kills enemies and allies. Like, it's like Cyborg, Satan. Like, I guess if you play it at the right time, the Leanne might not die, and then you have a push going towards them for 10 seconds where the Leanne's, but then you have to deal with the Leanne later. I don't know. It might work. It might work. If Leanne dies to New Kid Blast, good play. But it's just not that long, right? 10 seconds, not that long. But yeah, Leanne's the choice for sure. DSR versus Sizzles. This one's going to be probably the most talked about in most teams. In my opinion, I think Sizzles is not as good because if you get Sizzles coming at you, you just play Leanne. If they transmog the Leanne, you transmog the Sizzler, I guess. You could freeze the Sizzler potentially if there's a problem. But yeah, I think DSR, I would honestly use DSR instead of, or use DSR on, I would use the DSR on the Sizzler, and I would use the Leanne on the Osimo / Slave, because if you get it right, the Leanne might kill, like a Leanne versus an Osimo. I think a Leanne will beat the Osimo if it's like a leveled up Leanne. And so it forces them to play a card to deal with it again. So, you know, you get more value that way. But yeah, the DSR against the Slave is a good potential too. But you could also transmog the Slave. I think the good transmog target is the Slave. I think you could potentially work the enemy Leanne to your advantage with your gnomes potentially, or your Randy Cox, but that'll be really the decision. I think DSR is the decision, and the decision will be, do I use DSR Leanne or transmog on this slot, or this slot? That's pretty much it. Mecha, this slot, you don't really want to transmog the Satan because you can't really stop the damage unless you get him frozen. But AQR deals with the mecha, AQR deals with that. There's no removal targets elsewhere. You can't really stack the Nicole to a point where you'd remove it. Maybe you'd have to transmog Dougie, but I would say Satan would be useful to keep the Satan for the Dougie potential. Then maybe they're forced to lay Leanne against your Satan just because of the health. Yeah, level 4 Leanne's good. That's how TVT works. Trying to cancel out each slot. Yeah, exactly. So you'd want, I think that's the best choice though, because if you have Sizzler, oh, you use Sizzler on what? On what? On Slave? Your Sizzle might not even be able to break the Slave heal. On Osimo, you might get frozen and just get killed by something else. On the Leanne, well, you're just gonna die. On the Cyborg, you could potentially 3-bar yourself. I don't think Sizzle's the play. There's too much liability. But DSR, I mean, you could also play Sizzle on defense, get transmogged, and then, oh shit, you're fucked, right? But DSR, even if they try to trans DSR, the ability still goes off. You'll be fine. You'll be able to defend. So yeah, I think, and not to mention, you could put DSR level 3 and it'd be way better than having Sizzler at level 3. Sizzler level 4, obviously, I think would be good, but yeah. And Gizmo, will Gizmo have the buff? No, right? Or is this season, this is the last week of the season? Yeah. So Gizmo won't be changed yet. Yeah, Gizmo's the choice this week. I mean, I could see like a base level Cyborg maybe having some shenanigans with Sizzles or something like that. But if I don't do damage to the Sizzle, then I just have to deal with a stacked Sizzle coming back at me, right? So I don't think mind controlling a Sizzles in ladder play is typically the right choice either. So yeah, I don't like that. So Robo versus Belf. You got to go the Belf just because the amount of cocks that might be running around with the Leannes, the Slaves, the Randys. It's just going to be better to have more health than it is to do a little more damage, considering you'll probably just die to a Leanne or something like that. You'll want to play Belf top or bottom corner is away. Like if they're gonna Leanne your Belf, make them do it in the corner. So I think Belf's the choice there. Robo just not good enough. Gnomes are the choice this week, although I do like the 4-ass monkey, partially because the 4-ass monkey can like counter the gnomes pretty well, you know? Also could deal with the gizmos a bit as well. But yeah, that's another choice. That's another thing, Outcast. If they have mecha, they can just remove that cyborg, so no big deal at all. What do we got here? So yeah, I think gnomes is the choice there. Slave versus Osimo. I don't hate the slave, but the way that I see it is that this slot gets DSR'd probably no matter what, right? Or potentially just transmogged. It's probably not the slot you want to Leanne. You probably want to Leanne the Sizzler on the off chance you could just kill the Sizzler with the Leanne, and then Leanne's still a threat. But so both of those things that will deal with, or you know, the cock magic potentially, both of those things that deal with Slave remove his 2 abilities. DSR removes his ability, the removal removes his ability, or DSR removes his heal at least, and then the removals, DSR obviously is set to die normal, but the other removals you don't get any cocks either. So I don't really like that idea. With the Osimo, I like the idea he's a little slower. I like the idea of the freeze potential to stop the damage that some cocks might be putting out, to stop, potentially stop people, stop the gizmos from getting crazy. You never know what you could stop with that Osimo. So I think Osimo might be the better choice. Leveled up cock magic. I think there's just too much chance to put gnomes out and just prevent the cock magic from really doing much value, in my opinion. AQR is the choice this week. There's the potential for the AQR DSR double, but in my opinion, I don't think that's that big of a deal, because you're never going to use them in the same situation. That's really the problem when you have double cards, is if you'd use them in the same situation. And in this situation, DSR is for completely different targets than AQR. And in most instances, AQR should stay in your hand. You shouldn't use the AQR. So you use the DSR on their push, DSR is going to die. And then the likelihood of them then putting mecha or something like that after that push is more likely. So you could play AQR to deal with the push that now has half health from the DSR. And then you'll also kill the mecha. So I think them working together is actually a potentially really good combination. So I don't think that's an issue at all. The issue might be the Gizmo CKI, honestly, because Gizmo CKI could be alive for a long time. Gizmo could be alive for a long time. But I don't think that's a real big problem, because if they were the only assassins, I'd say, maybe we got a problem here. But you have the gnomes, so just don't play the gnomes. Keep the gnomes for defense or whatever, so that you don't have to worry about, keep the gnomes for the cyborg or whatever, so you don't have to worry about not having, not being able to play one of these cards because the other one's out there, right? Yeah, double butter is not an issue. Double assassins, never an issue in my opinion. 2 sets of doubles, like double paladin, double Kenny, or double butters, double Kenny, that's doable, just because they're 2 cost. But like double Ike, double Kenny, what it's like Hermes and Cyborg, that's a little bit harder. Save gnomes for the dummies who pick Dougie. That too. You'd want to watch that slot. Obviously, once you see CKI, you don't have to worry about Dougie. I really don't think we'll see that many Dougies, but I suppose people will drop the Dougies. Yeah, the gnomes are for the Dougie for sure. Also, the Gizmo could probably, I guess it would depend on the Dougie. If you have level 5 Gizmo and it's a level 5 Dougie, you're good. If it's level 6 Gizmo Dougie, I don't think Gizmo will do it. If you 2 Gizmos will do it though, if you already have them there. But the problem this week, there's not going to be a lot of empty boards ever. There's not going to be a lot of resets. There's not going to be a lot of situations where there's not going to be a lot of situations where there's like nobody on the field to like sneak a Dougie, you know? Your Dougie's probably going to get hit by somebody. Your Dougie's going to get hit by somebody that's already out there. Unless the shit is literally on one side. I don't know. Recruits want it. I mean, it's not a terrible pick, the Dougie is. I think you could make it work. But I think the potential to lose that 4 energy to all of the things that could deal with him, even using DSR on him, you could get Sizzle stunned. You could get freeze raid and gnomes. You could get freeze raid and any assassin. I don't know. There's just too much stuff. You could get probably Satan, and not only could you kill the Dougie, but you deal with the push as well. I just don't like it. I don't like it. Last resort, you transmog him, right? I don't like it. Sekai is just as much of a threat, could be just as much of something that could require a removal, and he's 1 cost cheaper, and he doesn't head towards New Kid like a big fat ugly idiot. My opponent is forced to use Sizzle on my Dougie. That's a win. I mean, not if he gets 3 stacks on the Dougie and you don't have Leanne in your hand. Then what do you play? You don't have Leanne or DSR in your hand. You have Satan. I guess you could use Satan on him. That's not terrible. But that's if my enemy uses Satan on Sizzler, then that's a win. It's easy to say that, man, but you never know what the game would. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth losing that 4 energy. To what, potentially get a bar? Nah. Freeze ray, kill the Satan like you did the other day. Dude, I did that literally this morning. I was getting a pack. No, it was at lunch. I was getting a pack on lunch, and it was Mintberry Crunch and Call Girl with 6 element Randy and 1 robot. And I freeze raid them, and they killed them in time. Maybe Sizzler was, I can't remember. There was one other unit. There was one other guy, but we killed him before. It was fucking awesome. It was awesome. It was against that one guy for, what is he, from SP Elites or something? His name is like FRNBCKTCJ/24WYSKLB. You know what I'm talking about? I think you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, and CKI can just demand a transmog, you know? And if you have a CKI and they play Leanne, you can just transmog the Leanne, and all of a sudden they're fucked. Like, they're fucked. If you lose to a CKI this week without Hanky, Santa, or Robin to help him, you're trash. Nah. Dude, CKI can get so much value. He survives New Kid Blast, gets knocked all the way back to New Kid, and gets 2 more charges before he gets back to New Kid. It's pretty good. Okay, where are we at? Did we finish everything? No, we were at AQR. Yeah, AQR for sure. Michelle, nah, not a big problem. Transmog for sure. If I see a poison this week, I will. I'll be flabbergasted. I'll be speechless. Speechless. If I see 1 poison get slung this week, I will be absolutely amazed. If I see a group of gizmos get fucking poisoned, I am going to shit my pants live on stream. Cock Magic versus Freeze Ray. I think Freeze Ray is the play, but I've been playing that shit religiously, and it works. Can you really use Freeze Ray this week to do anything cool? Freeze Ray to stop the CKI or Dougie from getting fucked up, not bad. Freeze Ray to stop the Gizmo, maybe, not bad. Freeze Ray to stop your Sizzler that was mind controlled by Cyborg from getting to New Kid, maybe. Let me change my vote. Yeah, I think Freeze is the choice. Cock Magic is just going to be too hard to deal with this week. You're not going to want to lead with either of these. You're going to want to probably, honestly, Gizmo top corner is a decent lead. Bebe Randy behind New Kid's a decent lead. Obviously, this isn't a good lead because they could have Cock Magic, right? So you don't want to lead out your stuff because most likely, honestly, Gnomes is a good lead. If you use Gnomes early, you'll cycle back to him before the Dougie. To an extent, playing Leanne first isn't a bad start, actually. Because everything he plays is kind of a good removal for Leanne, right? And there's nothing that he can play that really removes Leanne except the Transmog. And if you lead Leanne, he plays Transmog into you. You kind of have control because you know his removal's gone, right? But yeah, there's not a whole lot of good leads for sure, like you were saying. I think Gizmo's a good lead for sure. Leanne's not terrible. Satan mid, pretty good. No, Randy behind New Kid I think is good. Dougie and Freeze Ray, yeah, that's gonna be fun. Yeah, Dougie the Freeze Ray. But the problem with that is, like, if I do that, if I Dougie and then Freeze Ray, I just use 7 energy. Maybe he used Gnomes. He uses Transmog. He used 7 energy to stop my play. And he's got Gnomes heading my way. Leading Leanne is solid. People panic. Yeah, people definitely panic. And this week, there's just not really good plays against it either. Because anything you play, I mean, you can play your Randy, you know, in a direction from it where it's not going to hit. You could play your Bebe in the same kind of position, because then your Bebe is going to hit her and stuff. You're going to have to give up a card eventually. You're going to maybe want to, I mean, you might have to give up the DSR. But ideally, you'd want to try to, like, play your Leanne maybe. Just give up Leanne for Leanne. But most likely, you'd want to try to transmog the Leanne. If you get a bar with the opening, yeah, I mean, true. If you sneak a Dougie bar this week, it will be very easy to defend. It will be very easy to defend, man. It'll be so hard to fucking lose. Holy shit. Holy shit. But yeah, I like the freeze ray for sure. And Dougie versus CKI. CKI. I say it that weird every time. CKI. I do like the CKI. I think the CKI has overall more upward potential because Dougie does die to New Kid. Like, most likely. If he gets no damage at all, he'll survive, but Dougie might survive, but he's probably not going to take 2 bars, right? But CKI could literally take 3 bars. CKI could take all 3 bars this week. If they get a shitty roll and they have just like Gizmo and Bebe and amazingly, and they just don't have enough damage DPS, I don't know, man. But yeah, level 6 will take all 3 bars. No way. No way. You'd have to get the second shot off. And like, what's gonna help you? I mean, you could freeze ray. You could freeze ray. If you freeze ray just perfectly, but the freeze ray is only 4 seconds, right? And you don't have the Dougie speed after you get knocked back. So, and Gnomes is an option, man. Gnomes is an option. 2 cost. No matter what, in no situation is your Dougie gonna get past the Gnomes. There's just no, I just, even if you freeze ray, I just have to put, you're not gonna get a second bar. You're not gonna play a second one. I don't know. Will people win with Dougie? Yes. Yes. Would they have won faster with CKI? Maybe. I guess if you do it just right, I mean, imagine you have an Osimo right at the doorstep, right at the place where like his freeze hits New Kid, but he's like nowhere near it. And then you play the Dougie, and you could potentially freeze with that first. And then when they play something else to stop the Dougie, you freeze Ray. And then your Osimo might still survive that blast and head back. And then maybe you got a chance. Or alternatively, you could save the Osimo, knowing he'd survive. Dougie sneaks in, you freeze Ray, get the bar, Dougie gets blasted back, everything else starts hitting Osimo again before Dougie waddles his way back. Oh, and guess what? Osimo freezes him when Dougie gets close. That would be hilarious. That would be lit. Never underrace the Dougie on bottom and Cyborg up top play. Gnomes freeze ray. 5 energy to deal with your 8. I win. What's up, Hooligan? Give me a fucking second, bro. I'm doing a show here. All right, so that does it for the deck. I think for the most part, we're not gonna see Marcus. We'll probably see some Mecha, not too much. We're not gonna see Hat. This one's hit or miss. We won't see too much Bebe, Robo Bebe, excuse me. I always say that, I just say with Bebe. We won't see much Cyborg. We won't see much 4S Monkey. We honestly probably won't see much Osimo. I think most people will pick Slave, but I think Osimo might be the better choice overall. We won't see any Michelle. We won't see any Poison, I hope. And these two, maybe this week there'll be a lot of different combinations of deck this week. So maybe it'll be interesting. Maybe it'll be interesting. We'll see. You're gonna see lots of Poison, dude. I could just imagine amassing this Gizmo army, and they poison it, and then I just make more fucking clones that aren't poisoned. Fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid. Nicole, did I say Michelle? I don't care. She's a woman. Through all that analysis, I've come to the conclusion I'm getting my ass kicked this week. It's gonna be a tough one, dude. People are gonna lose. People that don't lose are gonna lose. I don't think anybody's gonna get kicked off their team for losing this week. It's too bad gnomes are needed this week. Yeah, if there wasn't Dougie and there wasn't Cyborg, I would say let's go fucking 4S Monkey, because 4S Monkey's a blast. And 4S Monkey counters the gnomes too. You play Monkey in a different spot to get, do damage but then die, and then you reach out and you kill the gnomes on the backside or something. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. But yeah, it'll be interesting. But if you didn't know, if you're watching on YouTube, I didn't mention this earlier, but it'll be in the description and stuff on YouTube. We're gonna do a gift card giveaway on YouTube on this video. So these ones are for $10, but we're doing a $15 gift card giveaway. So all you got to do is comment on the YouTube video. The YouTube video will be posted tomorrow at some point. If you want to check out YouTube, make sure you head over to the YouTube channel. His Death Wish is underrated. Yeah, it's meh. No, yeah, it's good. I wish he killed visitors though. If 4S Monkey killed visitors, he'd be so good. Just bugs me. All right, so we have most likely an exciting weekly update this week, because, or at least the weekly update from the developer, because not only is there a new card, but they revealed balance updates, right? So pretty interesting. So let's go to, could it be better? Yes, definitely, but that damage makes such a difference when stopping a push with New Kid's app. Dude, for sure. Yeah, hitting an assassin with it and then New Kid can deal with it. Absolutely. That's super great. Like, I've done that. Saved Inuit, saved me having to deal with Inuit, saved me having to deal with Hanky, all sorts of stuff. It's good shit. But yeah, so we'll have a lot of comments probably to go off of. If you haven't put your own comment, make sure you drop your comment in the chat. And let's pull it up, boys. All right. So to start out, we have a Buccaneer Bebe event, which I'm torn whether or not I'm going to continue playing South Park after this or just call it a stream. I have a feeling we're already at an hour and a half, hour 20, hour 10 if you don't count the intro. We're already at that. I have a feeling this is going to take a while to get through this and all the comments. So we might just end the stream and not stream. But I feel bad doing that because I only stream 3 days a week now. So if I don't stream extra tonight, I feel kind of bad. But I have a lot of stuff I want to do. And I'm kind of tired. I don't want to be up. So I might say fuck you guys and keep streaming. But we'll see. 4 pages of comments. Perfect. We'll see how long it goes. If we get to 2 hours, we might just call it. Anyway. Normal weekly events. Typical stuff. They're bringing back the Thursday event though, so they'd removed that previously, but they're bringing that back. The 4 Kids Challenge, which is Cartman, Kyle, Stan, and Kenny cards get boosted. They're 1 less energy. So for this, I mean, 2 cost Cupid Cartman is pretty sick. 3 cost Drow Elves is pretty sick. 3 cost Sam, not bad. 2 cost Stan the Great, fucking legendary. 1 and 2 cost Kenny cards, pretty good. Cartman, 3-cost Sheriff might be pretty good. But otherwise, I think these ones are really going to be... 3-cost Kite might actually end up being good. I don't know. I did play a little bit of the last challenge. It was the first challenge I played in a while. The one where the Mystic and Superhero range cards were speed boosted. I thought that one was a blast. I played that quite... I played like 3 runs. I think I got 12-0. A 9-win run and like a 7-win run. But the 7-win run was like already at 4-2 when I picked it up. So that one didn't super count. And that was when I was just playing the deck that he had been using. And so then I like switched it up and changed it up a little bit because I didn't think... I can't remember. I didn't think Kite was the right choice. So I took Kite out. You played me on one of them? Was that you, Jimmy? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that. You just had such a better cycle than me. You got the Call Girl. That one is just like, if you didn't have the Call Girl early, you were fucked. Call Girl did so much damage so fast in that. It was crazy. And I hadn't played it that many times, and I didn't realize how fast the motherfuckers moved because I put somebody behind New Kid to defend New Kid Tower, and he zoomed out in front of New Kid and died. And I was like, whoop, rip. Rip. But War Hero Ned is out, who is a 3-cost range card. So Adventure gets another 3-cost range, which is awesome. Captain Wendy was their other one, and Gunslinger was their other one, and Shelly. So they have some decent choices, but War Hero might be pretty good. Another epic. They seem to like epics recently. The last 2, I mean, what were the last 4 adventure cards were epic cards? Am I wrong? What am I missing? What was the last one? Thunderbird was rare, right? But after that, we had Murph. Wait, was Thunderbird after Murph? I don't know. Someone would have to look that up. Amazon. No, the Thunderbird was from the finale, right? So Amazon. Okay, so that was after. But we have War Hero. We have Shelly. We have Murph. We have Frontier. Bradley. It's all epic. It's all epic. This week, Chaos was too much RNG with the opening hand. Yeah, for sure. It was just a fun mode. Those cards being boosted like that was just kind of fun. But even so, it's like we're gonna. Here's Call Girl. Like here's how good Call Girl is. But anyway, War Hero Ned. We'll talk about it finally. First off, what I'll say, the first thing that this makes me think of, the way that this works, is that the way that what's his ass is gonna, what's it, Ned and Jimbo, the way Jimbo's gonna work is that every time Jimbo gets healed, he's gonna increase his attack. So he's gonna be a tank, so every time War Hero Ned heals him, it'll also increase his attack. And that will, because Ned's heal being half of his attack. So when Ned attacks, he heals the closest allied tank by half of his attack, right? Half of his attack, Ned's attack. So if Ned has 140 attack at max, which I think it's kind of close to, I'd have to look it up. I don't really care about the stats that much. You guys all have access to the stats if you want them. I think 140 or something like that, if I remember right. 70 heal per hit. Even if he attacks pretty quickly, that's not that impactful when you're getting hit by a 6-element Randy doing 300 damage a hit, right? But if every time he gets healed, he also gets a stack, whether that's speed boost, attack boost, whatever. I think attack boost would be sick. Every time Jimbo gets healed, he gets an attack boost. Pairs perfectly with War Hero Ned, and shit could get crazy. You put like War Boy out there and they start blasting together. I don't know, that's my idea. But it makes me think that his ability in some way is going to really work with Jimbo, because his ability at a base level is going to run into the same problems that Mystic Bradley has, just in the fact that there's not a whole lot of good tanks. And there's not really cheap tanks that are good enough. Now you could play Sheriff and PC Principal, and it might be kind of interesting with this Ned card. But it doesn't heal every tank, right? It just heals the closest tank. So it might work to just stack them behind. I think a good one would be Osimo maybe with the freeze, because then the heal that Ned could put down while the other units are frozen could potentially actually be really good. So, but it'll be interesting to see if he heals with his attack boost. So for instance, if I give a ninju on him 100 extra attack and that gives him 50 extra heal per hit, that's pretty damn good. Imagine him paired with like a BHK slowly stacking, also stacking the tank up that's getting healed the whole time. Imagine him stacking the or getting stacked by ninju or getting stacked by gunslinger, and for a few hits he hits really hard. So we'll see how that works. I imagine it would heal because it says half of his attack, not boosted attack or base attack, right? But yeah, I think this card will kind of fall into the problem with Bradley where there's not a whole lot of cheap tank cards, and I guess it doesn't have to be cheap because it's only 3 cost, and he's not gonna fly his ass over the target, so might be pretty good. I'm not sure what his attack range is. That'll kind of impact it. I assume it'll be like in the 3 range. He probably won't be out of new kid range, because he'll want to stay close. You'll want him to stay close to the tank he wants to stay close to, right? But we'll see. It has the potential to be a really interesting card, and I'm really excited to play it and see what kind of combos we come up with. So obviously over the weekend, we'll be streaming on Sunday for sure. Maybe Saturday to celebrate it. We'll see. We've been taking Saturdays off to work on some stuff, and it's gonna be really nice Saturday, so I might do some yard work. So as of right now, nothing. He'll have trash range like Inkin. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, like 3-ish. But definitely looks cool. Jimbo, I'm excited for. That means Jimbo's on the way, guys. There's no way they're gonna release Ned without releasing Jimbo like almost immediately after it. So I'm excited for Jimbo. Potentially Jimbo in the next battle pass. Maybe the next battle pass will be Jimbo and Ned, and they'll release Jimbo with the new battle pass. That's a really good idea. He has decent range, stays out of nuclear range. Okay, good to know. That is a really good idea. What's up, Sleight of Hand? What of us? Zombie Canuck, welcome in. Getting the new followers all over the place today. All right. War Hero Ned could get boosted by Murph, who could then boost the Sheriff, who could get boosted to level 7 by Buccaneer Bebe. Not bad. Actually, I think Pirate Ship Timmy's level 7 now, too. No, I haven't boosted. Never mind. Obviously, the Coon's not your fucking choice. 6 Element Randy. Him getting the heals. He plays the robot. The robot kind of disrupts stuff. That could work. I could see that working. Wait, 6 Element Randy's not considered a tank, though. He's a fighter, so never mind. There's only one tank in fucking sci-fi, huh? Literally. I guess Bradley could heal. Not Bradley. Ned could heal the robots? No, they wouldn't get healed, right? No, they wouldn't do that. Jimbo would be Mystic just to keep people playing Mystic Adventure. Yeah, no shit. This will give Jimbo to Noosh. No, Jimbo's got to be Adventure as well. Like, has to be. They can't possibly break them up. Or Jimbo neutral, I could see. Give them another tank, I guess. Not the worst thing. Not the worst thing in the world. Upcoming changes. All right, guys. This is actually an interesting change. And let me know what you think about this in chat. So they've decided to change the ads. So previously, you could watch 5 ads per day when it came to PvP wins, losses, draws, etc. Now you can watch 10 ads per day. Let me know what you think about that. And we're also changing how the free pack works. The refresh times for those packs previously, you could earn up to 3 packs per day. Now you get, or with a 4-hour timer between each one. Now you decided to increase the amount to 5 packs, so you get 5 total free packs. Not bad. So overall, in a day, you could get 5 free packs from the ads plus 1 free pack per 4 hours for 24 hours. So 5 there as well, or 6 there, excuse me. So you can get 11 total free packs per day if you play it perfectly now. Play it perfectly. Not likely. You'll probably miss a couple while you're sleeping. Well, you can stack. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible to do it perfect. And that's a lot. It's a lot. Most other games, it's like one every day. But the ad charges are fine. I mean, I agree because of the way they do the ads. You could just not do them. You just not watch them. It's fine. But also, it's not a big deal because it's like in between stuff anyway, where you're probably taking time. Like most people aren't just sitting there staring at their phone, only playing South Park. Like most people are not doing that. So for me, it's not going to bother me at all. And it's going to be great because I'm just going to be able to get 10 more or 5 more rewards every time I stream. Because when I watch an ad, I just switch accounts. So it's like, it literally, I lose no time. You guys don't even have to watch an ad. Or while the ad's running, I'm looking at chat, talking to you guys, you know, writing something down, doing something, sending a loot box, doing whatever, right? Like, it works out. How many times can you watch someone fuck up a puzzle before your eyes start to bleed? Yeah, that's why you don't watch them. So you don't actually watch. You don't actually watch the ads, you dummy. But all I gotta say is they gotta get rid of the little button in the fucking corner to redo the ad again. What kind of fucking moron wants to rewatch an advertisement? What the fuck? So stupid. Anyway, but the other timer, the way they're changing the free play timer, instead of being 4 hours between it, now it's only 20 minutes between the timer. And I think there's been a fundamental change in how there's been a fundamental change in how these ad revenue services do things, because multiple games that I play just made a similar change to this. And I'll explain what I mean. There was one where you used to have 2 free packs every 4 hours, and you could only hold 2. Then they changed it to you could hold 20, so you didn't have to come back as often, right? And in this one, that's kind of what they're doing here. And I had another one where it used to be you could watch 1 ad every 12 hours, and then they changed it to 1 ad every 4 hours, and then they changed it to 1 ad, but then if you watch 1 ad in 3 minutes, you can watch another ad, and then if you watch that ad in 3 minutes, you can watch another ad. So you can watch them 3 in a row, kind of. And it's like, oh, 3 minutes, might as well play a match, right? But it's like quicker, right? So the same thing here. Now you could watch all 5 of those within an hour, pretty much 20 minutes apart, right? So a little over an hour. And you could do that in like one sitting now, instead of having to come back every 4 hours 4 times. Like, to perfectly get all the ads, they'd have to come back every 4 hours and watch that ad, open their free pack, watch that, open that free pack. Every 4 hours they'd have to do that. You couldn't even stack that. Like, you couldn't wait 8 hours and do it twice. If they stacked them, it probably would have worked out. So I think this is great. More money for them is better for us, honestly. And it doesn't interrupt your gameplay, really. Those types of ads where it's like in your face, like, hey, here's 5 times the rewards. Here's 5 times the rewards. It's like, you can't not do those, right? No self-respecting player could say no to 5 times the PvP tickets every game. Like, there's no way you could do that. But if it's only the potential of lockers, which is pretty much the only thing you get from it, or one extra battle pass tier, which is awesome. That means you can get 1 whole tier per day just from watching ads. That's sick. That means you could not win any game. You could play to rank, what, 10 or whatever to match up to the days, and then just watch ads and get the rest of them. That's actually really funny. That's really funny. Yeah. Yeah, and I think they're also, it's not only maximizing ad revenue, but you have to understand this is a benefit to us. So they're also maximizing like how easily obtainable it is for us to get those benefits. But doesn't bother me none. Doesn't bother me none. All right, Battle Pass 18. It's gonna feature Ned. Okay, so maybe we won't see Jimbo in this Battle Pass, but I'd be really sad if we didn't see Jimbo real soon. We got to see Jimbo real soon. All right, balance changes. This is where we're probably going to sit for a while. April 6th, which is next week. First off, classy. We've changed her in Rage to add a stun that has a radius of 1.5 around her, which isn't bad. It's about half the range of, let's say, like Inkin or something. We've also increased her health by 25%, which is pretty fucking good. 25% health increase right off the bat makes her worth the 5 energy, I think. I think a big problem with her is for 4 energy, or for 5 energy, she just didn't have the health of a 5 energy unit. When you look at all the other 5 energy units except fucking Garrison, they just have way more health in comparison. So her getting that extra is nice. And now when you 2-second stun is not a short amount of time. 2 seconds is a fairly long time. So for 2 seconds, they can't do anything. Now for sure, Classy will be able to get 1 hit off in that time. For sure. She will use her animation and get 1 hit off before that 2 seconds is done. I think that's really good. I think that's going to really deal with one of the biggest problems she had was her enrage animation. It was too long. You get the stacks. They tried to help it by pushing her health up to 75%, but just the fact of the matter is there's too much burst damage in this game. There's too many assassins that do 300, almost 400 damage. There's too many Inkins, Satans, fireballs, whatever it might be. There's too much that does burst damage where you can just make it so she won't even get 1 hit off, even if she gets the boost. So she wasn't worth it. Now you're almost guaranteed at least 1 hit, or at least force a removal or something. And so I think this is going to be really good. You're definitely going to see me running Classy, Frontier, Swashbuckler, and level 1 Warboy on the Adventure Lock. So make sure you check that out on twitch.tv/Glanzern. The link is in the description. If you're on YouTube, we stream every day. Well, you know what? We don't stream every day anymore. We used to stream pretty much every day. But right now we're only streaming Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And you're in the middle of one of them. But yeah, Classy, real good. Classy might be a Team Wars pick now. Classy before, absolutely not the best choice. Although 1 week I did take 3 bars with 1 Classy, 1 bar per hit. That was pretty awesome. But yeah, she could be potentially good. Now, here's the man of the hour. My boy Gizmo Ike is getting a buff, I think. So first off, he's definitely getting buffed because his health is getting increased. So the clones are changing where his health will increase 32%. Now, if you don't know, that's the amount that the clones lost from the base amount of Gizmo. So that means that when the Gizmos spawn, they're going to have the exact amount of health as the base Gizmo. And they're going to have the same amount as the base Gizmo, but they're going to have lower attack. So they're not going to swarm with as much attack and stuff, but they're going to have more health. Now, this is going to be huge. That change alone makes it so that Medusa alone doesn't completely shut down Gizmo anymore because she'll have to 2-shot even the clones. The problem with Medusa was that Medusa could kill the clones and 1-shot them, turn them into a rat. All the Gizmos have to attack it. By the time they get fucking moving again, another one's dead. They have to kill another rat, right? So it really slows the progression, and she could pretty much deal with them alone unless you have help with Warboy, Space Pilot, whatever. They can get to her, swarm her, and overrun her because she's so slow. But now that the Gizmo clones won't get hit by those things that usually would one-shot them, even stuff like Belf, other stuff, Mecha doesn't one-shot them anymore. There's a lot of stuff that won't one-shot them anymore and will make them brutal. And this is going to be real fun. But they're also increasing their movement speed by quite a bit. That's fast. That's fast. 1 speed is pretty quick. So Gizmo will be more of a speedy, aggressive kind of like surgical assassin sort of thing, where it's just like we're going for it right here instead of like a slower push, build up 80 of them and fuck people up. It's going to be more like build up 4 of them and fuck people up. And because before you could get 4 of them right at about midline. If you had Hanky, you could get them right before midline. But now you probably won't get your second set of Gizmo until you're quite a ways past half court. So that's going to be pretty impactful. So we'll see how impactful that is. It might make him need to run with like Santa or need to run with the Hanky, but we'll see. Even 2 Gizmos though, if 2 Gizmos have the same amount of health, that's pretty damn good. It's It's pretty damn good. The problem with Gizmo was always the health of the clones. Didn't matter if you had 30 of them out there. If they had 12 damage, they didn't matter, right? Or 12 health, I'm sorry. But also an interesting thing here, and I'm not sure if this will be good or bad. I'm pretty sure it'll be good. But the Gizmo's clones, the main Gizmo will clone his clone upward, right? To the north. The clones will clone the Gizmos to the south. So the first Gizmo you get will be above you, and then every Gizmo you get after that from that one will be below you, and then every Gizmo from that will be, but the original Gizmo will still spawn above you. So what I think this is going to do, now this is really going to depend on how they interact when you do them both at the same time. If I do a clone Gizmo and the main Gizmo at the same time, one of them spawns north, one of them spawns south, they're going to spawn on each other. Are they going to like really spread out? If they like push each other outward on the horizontal, I guess it would be the vertical on your screen, but like it's technically the horizontal. Like if you're a new kid looking straight, it's the horizontal in front of you, right? The horizontal, like I would call the half court line a horizontal line, not a vertical line, because of the way, like, because it's, I don't know, just the way that the court is set up from like a bird's eye view. You'd want to look at it from like a turn perspective, but it's actually, it's kind of weird because it's a weird 3D thing, because there's part of the stuff that's behind the new kid, you know. But anyway, I digress. So Gizmo spawns this Gizmo, and they're going along. And so what if Gizmo's at the wall? If I spawn the Gizmo above the wall, am I just going to get pushed back, or am I going to like split and be on the wall? What I assume is going to happen is you're going to have a group of Gizmos coming 2 by 2 at you, kind of. But it'll depend on if like, because like when I spawn someone, they might start walking, and then I'm going to be behind them a little bit. So it might end up being this really nice stagger setup, where one of the problems with Gizmos as it is right now, if I'm attacking somebody and I use Gizmo, it goes in front of me, that Gizmo is now behind, not attacking anybody anymore. And I mean, that's potentially good on defense and bad on defense, because then it might be harder to kill the Gizmo before he gets his ability off. So this will be interesting, but it'll definitely be easier to attack with the Gizmo. The Gizmo won't have to like step on themselves anymore, because they'll be more like staggered, like an actual like attack formation. Or I guess it would be more likely they'd be staggered this way. They'd be staggered that way, because after I spawn someone, I'm pretty sure my clone will start walking before I start walking, before the spawned guy starts walking, because after you hit, there's this tiny little bit of an animation before you start, and you have to reach your acceleration factor, which is half a second or whatever. So you'll be a little slow. So that'll be interesting. Overall, it's good. Honestly, just the health increase alone makes him better. This movement speed increase might make him worse enough where that's a decent trade-off. It's just a different type of card now. But I'm excited to see what kind of shenanigans we can get into with him. His increased movement speed, one of the problems that he had with Space Pilot Bradley was the fact that he was so dog shit slow that even when he was boosted with Space Pilot, it didn't really increase his movement speed. It wasn't like he was going any faster. He attacked faster, but it didn't really feel like he gained much ground. Now he'll be faster. I'll be interested. What's Hanky's movement speed versus that one? If Hanky's like 1-1-2, that's a pretty fucking fast Gizmo, right? But if it's as fast as like a smuggler, even then, like that's pretty quickly. That's pretty quick. But Scout Ike, I don't really know if this is going to be good or not. I actually think this might actually be worse, and I'll explain why. But the little guy is getting a buff and a rework. So one, his health is increased. The stat increase is great. The stat increase puts him from 56% to 75 and 75. So you see that he's 75. The Gizmo is 78, and I think Gizmo has a little less attack than health, so he's like 78-75 probably. So Scout Ike now has the same attack stat value as a rare / epic assassin, which right off the bat makes him better, makes him step the epics and shit. It makes him better. But now, and his attack range increased too. Like don't sleep on that. That's fucking good. That attack range increase is like, I think, I want to say 4-ass monkey is 0.75. So that's pretty fucking good. That's pretty fucking good. But his ability, I think, is still kind of shit, because I mean, you could potentially get good value, but how often does your assassin really get 3 attacks off? Like, truly, how often does your assassin get 3 attacks off before somebody else's assassin kills them? I mean, if you're on defense, it's potential. Like, you get a Zen on you, you could really do damage. But the way it'll work now is you get 0.3 energy every time you attack. So if you assassin step somebody, you immediately get 0.3 energy back. Then maybe you get 1 more hit before you die when you get counter stepped. So you get 0.6 energy. So you get less energy than you would have gotten by just using that initial Scout Ike. Because you're like, when you play Scout Ike, unless you play him just to attack, you're most likely going to get 1 hit off, or 1 ability off. So you're going to get 1 energy back. So it's going to be a 2 energy card. Now you have to get 3 hits off, technically 4 hits off, to get 1 energy back, 1.2 energy off back. I guess if you're hitting a tank on defense, you're going to be able to get good potential, and you could potentially get the card for free. So I think it's better. But I would prefer something that actually stacks with the staff, where instead of every hit you get 0.3 energy, or every charge you get 1 energy, it should be every charge you get 3 seconds of increased energy charge. So that staff would increase that as well, because staff increases overall energy rate. Or every hit you get 1 second of increased energy or something like that. Whatever it would take to couple with the staff. I think that would be much better. Didn't they lower Scout to 2 energy? Did they? I don't think so. Hanky speed is 1.3. Okay. Yeah. So if he's one is probably the speed for normal assassins like Smuggler and all those guys. Scout is still 3 energy. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, if Scout was 2, he would have been good with his old charge, honestly, because use it once, it's a 1-cost assassin. That's one of the best slow plays in the game. I could play him, and if you don't counter him by half court, I could get 2 energy back, and I didn't lose any energy, and you probably played a card. I don't know. That's really good. I don't think he was great, no. I think you're lying to yourself. Costumes sometimes matter. You're right. Pairing with Warboy could be interesting. Yeah, exactly. Getting something out there to speed boost them. I would love to see them rework how hyperdrive works. I don't know how you do it though. I think maybe it can't be 4 energy for one. It has to be 3 energy. But the problem is it's so fucking long and it's global. Maybe what they'd have to do is like change it to 3 energy for hyperdrive, but make it like an AoE effect or something like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. Might work. Anyway, Nymph Nicole is now in common circulation. So if you haven't picked up Nymph, you can pick her up. I heard she's a slut, so she's easy to pick up. But what do we think about these changes? Well, we're about to find out. Let's see. Still no Sizzle nerf, despite him running rampant and over 55% of all decks in the top 250. Well, if you check those Sizzlers yesterday, 11 hours ago, which is when this was posted, if you check that, it included a weekend where Sizzle was boosted. So I think those stats are a little bit skewed. You really don't see Sizzle that much. You're balancing cards that nobody's asking for. Well, that's kind of the idea. That's kind of the idea. Like, it's not our job. It's not our job to ask for everything that they're doing. It's their job to do things that we didn't ask for, but that are awesome, right? Nobody necessarily sits there and asks for, hey, make fucking Classy playable. Nobody's sitting there and asking, oh, make Gunslinger playable again. Nobody really thinks about that. But everybody's stoked when an old card or a newer card that was dog shit when it started gets buffed into a playable state, especially if it's a full rework. Like a full rework in this game, that's the first fucking one that's ever happened. That's the first time. Unless you count Classy as a full rework. Like Classy's changed from 75% to 50 because that's almost a full rework of that keyword. But Classy and Scout changing here are the first time in the whole game that they've reworked a card. Like actually reworked its fundamental mechanics. That is interesting, guys. That's a precedence. That means some cards that just do not work, like maybe, I don't know, Outlaw, might get a difference. I don't know. Shaman 2 again. I think Shaman's still useful at level 3. Or at 3 drop. Stopping a mind control or something like that's worth it. I mean, like you already made up for it, right? Stopping an AQR poison or something like that. I think the problem that makes Shaman not very good right now is that the only thing he really gets rid of is DSR and like DSR's debuff and maybe the odd Stand the Great debuff, or removing the maybe a stun from Sizzler or something like that. But most of the time you're just removing the mind control now. That's the only reason you're going to use it is on the mind control. I think Shaman would get way more play if Poison was more playable. If AQR and Poison as a spell were more playable, Shaman would be much more useful for sure. And he'd get a lot more play. To the point where it would show how good Shaman is, to the point where AQR and Poison would stop getting play. Like you could bet on that. Anyway, we're still waiting for a nerf to Dar and Pope Timmy. I mean, I agree with that. Pope Timmy needs to stop doing Call Girl. Then he's probably fine. I would be interested if they made Pope Timmy only bring back Mystic cards. Then instead of Man Bear Pig, it's pretty much only Marcus, or not Marcus, Maxi. It'd be interesting. Witch Doctor Token would be a good one. Medusa would be a good one. Ninja would be a good one. Poison Meta was interesting. That's a lot of stat increase on Scout Ike. Yeah, but it's just bringing it to... It's just bringing it to like the epic, like the Gizmo level. It's gonna be about the same as Gizmo. Seems about right. He's a 3 cost. Like that makes sense. The 2 cost assassins not having as much stats and getting shit on by the other ones makes sense. Those ones, no. Sizzler and Space Bradley need a nerf. The top meta is getting boring and usage is skewed. Yeah. I don't know what you could do to Space Pilot though. Get rid of the stun, maybe. Make it be like a... Maybe have Space Pilot be like 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 15 seconds, something like that. I don't know. No one cares about any of this. Balance Dark Angel Red and Pope Timmy. Those revival cards are too ridiculously powerful. I agree. The amount of energy that you can get from that is just too good in this game. Like when you only have like, what, 80 energy per game? 2 cost hamsters are hella good assassins. That's true. My bad. How was I like when Dar brought Poke back? Dude, when Dar brought Poke back, hilarious. Yeah, exactly. Henrietta, like they have it already set up where Henrietta can't get poked. They clearly have that figured out in the game, right? They clearly have that figured out. Oh shit, that one's like off the screen. I fucked that up. But yeah, they clearly have that figured out. So all they have to do is just add that same tag to Call Girl. Sad Adventure Locked won't get him this week. Yeah, that sucks. Sucks. We won't get him. Like the battle pass won't reset. Any chance? Wait, will it? When does the battle pass reset? Hey, Fryer, what's up, buddy? Any chance to see some improvements in the ad system? Or joining one with better API? It ruins most of the quality the game has. What? Ad never loads, you just kicks you out of the match complete screen. Ads have volume on even when the volume button is off. Ads that have no close button. I mean, that's just... That has nothing to do with... That's just... It's like an ad service. You just play the ad. 100% trying to scam its viewers. That's just marketing, man. I don't think it's a scam if you just like don't show all your game. Just show one little weird part of it. I doubt anyone would give more than 2 stars when bugs are this obvious to the game. Well, honestly, person who said this, I have never had issues with my ads. Maybe you have a third-rate Android phone or something like that. I've never had an issue with them. I'll get the thing where it's like, oh, not connecting or whatever, but that happens in every game when it comes to ads because they can't always have ads available. The idea, like, you have to have ads to serve. If nobody's paying for ads at that moment, if you click that button, nothing's gonna fucking happen. So yeah, sometimes you're not gonna get an ad. That happens. Most of the time, you click it again, it'll work. Love the title, This Sticky. I knew I had to do something with Ned. Yeah, because they're coming right for us. A nerf for Dar could be instead of respawning a card, she could just fully heal the unit. Yeah, exactly, Matt. That's what I've said before. You just reposition it and heal it, and then you don't get the Death Wish or the War Cry. That I've said that would be a perfect way to fix it. But I would say that Death Wish cards are kind of shit, and her making them somewhat viable, like Bar Brady and stuff. I don't hate that, but yeah, I think it's kind of bullshit. It should do like maybe like if you get the War Cry, maybe you come back half health or something like that. Like maybe you come back with a debuff on your attack or something like that. I don't know, something happens to it. Like you just got revived. Maybe you're a little sick. Maybe you're stunned for a little bit after you revive or something like that. I don't know. Like when you find out it's not really the guy's stepsister. Nerf needed, nerf needed, nerf needed. Let me translate. This guy's a real asshole. Hi, I don't have those cards at a high... Oh, I get it. He's not being an asshole. He's being a prick to the guys being... Okay, I get it. I like him. I'm a fan. If I don't have those cards at a high enough level to be relevant, therefore those who do have the levels are clear examples that show how OP they are. But I mean, if I had the levels, I wouldn't be complaining. What the fuck is that guy talking? What the hell did that guy just say? Did that guy just speak words? I think maybe you could, I mean, if they're smart enough, you could have it trigger Death Wishes but not War Cries. Because she's a Dark Angel and she likes death and not happy-go-lucky War Cries. Fuck you, Jesus. Happy to see another character requested joining Phone Destroyer. Didn't expect Ned to be Adventure, however, as he's not a cowboy, Indian, or a pirate. Didn't he lose his arm with a grenade exploded prematurely in his hand? Yeah, in Nam, which could easily be considered a cowboy. Hello. We're all dumber for reading that guy's post. And may God have mercy on your soul. All right, guys, we gotta translate. Oops. Translate me, daddy. Translate. Wait, how do I do this? That. Change it. This one. Okay, we got it. Great the card and all that, but there are things that do not match according to the series. Jimbo said that Ned loses his hand with an accident with a grenade. It also seems that they were never in a real battle, so the animation does not match. And finally, because of the theme adventure, this topic is Indians, Cowboys, Pirates. Now it will be wars. JJJ. Maybe that's supposed to be yeah. It should not have been it should have been neutral since they are letters of characters that do not like to dress up well. I can only say that Ubisoft said, "To hell, I do what I want." Yeah, like this is fucking stupid to me. It doesn't make any fucking sense to me why you would care, one, where the card actually goes, like where the card goes based on the card itself. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I wish Leanne was Mystic. Like, oh, Satan should have been Mystic. Like, it doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense to care about that. And to care about that the fucking... To care about the fact that the card art isn't canon? What the fuck? What the fuck are you talking about? That's one of the guys who's like a South Park fan first. South Park first. Fuck Phone Destroyer. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't really... Who cares? Murph is kind of a cowboy, sure. maybe they just didn't want him to be in every single deck, right? Because if he can heal every single type of tank, well, I mean, obviously he can heal any tank, he can heal any theme you have, but you can only heal 2 of the themes at a time. And one of them has to be adventure, right? So you can't heal Grand Wizard Cartman and Osimo or something. But yeah, it just doesn't make sense. It's just, that's energy that is better placed elsewhere. There aren't many good tanks. Ned will be based on how fast his attack is. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. There's not a whole lot of good tanks. So he's going to kind of be just like Archangel Bradley. He's not going to be great. Remember you said the turkey sounds from N64 Southport game would haunt you, but please request that card for this game as well. Besides the skulls of butt. The turkeys shooting, like turkey from the game, that'd be interesting. I guess the cocks kind of are the turkeys. The spiritual successors to the turkeys. Nerf SPB and Mystic, buff 2 assassins and a Mystic card. Replay stats might be a bit skewed considering he is event boosted. Yep. That's ridiculous. Learn to get good at stomping him. Simple. I don't know what that guy's responding to. Jay, what are you responding to? Somebody who wants a nerf. Yeah, fix those ad bugs. There's no reason to add more chances to win ads if they don't work correctly. I just watch 1 out of 10 ads a day at all for the damn bug message. Failed connection. Try later. I mean, maybe you should get better connection. Yeah, they will. It's the battle pass card. But if it fails every time, like at a certain point, you'd stop, right? I get it. Yeah, that's the nature of ads too, though. Like, that's the person paying for the ads right now, is that one. So when you have a game where it's like you can just keep watching ads over and over, it's like, I'm just going to get the same ad over and over again. Very cool to have Ned in the game. He could work well around a Man-Bear Pig build. Maybe. I wonder if Jimbo will also be in the adventure theme eventually and also be a tank. But you don't really want to put him next to a real heavy removal target. I think him defending New Kid while PC Principal is pushing and PC Principal is constantly getting shit. Am I playing or am I done? What question? What? Wouldn't those both be the same thing? Oh my god, dude. Sizzler does not need a nerf at all. What are you talking about? He's good? Yes. But can we no longer have good cards or something? I think maybe at level 5 he's a little strong. I won't have an opinion on the rest, as I just simply don't care. I don't use those combos, and I don't care what happens to Dar or Pope Jimmy. LOL. LOL. Oh my god, Sizzler. Why did that guy just post the same thing? That was weird. Oh my god, this has Haze Demon written all over it. Does it say Satan or boring? Nope. No, it's not Haze. Your balancing card. No Chile Nina. I have no idea what that means. Anybody Spanish know what no Chile Nino? Nina? Ned may work well with the goth kids too. Oh, that's true. The goth kid keeping Henrietta alive a little bit. I don't hate that. That's a good idea. It's a good idea. Week after week, I read everyone's shit and moan about cards. Oh, that must be piss. Everyone piss and moan about the cards. We're gonna make it up. Everyone shit. Everybody fucking moan. Everybody cunt and moan. What could it be? It's 5 letters. What swear word is 5 letters? Everyone I know is 4. Cunt, anus, cock, fuck, shit, slut. Oh, bitch. Everyone bitch and moan. I can't believe they stopped bitch. Nerf this, nerf that, blah, blah. Why don't you learn how to play the cards and defend against them? I mean, I get that. There are people who absolutely just don't know how to defend a card and they just think it's broken. Or like, it just fucks up their deck and they don't think, oh, I could change my deck and might have a better chance against that one card. But there are times when like it's important to bitch and moan about the nerfs because they're needed. Like, we are the community that they listen to, so whether it's on Discord or whatever, it's important to do it. It's important to do it, you know, constructively and not call them big fat ugly idiots for not getting it done. But we'll see. Well, it's Bubby. Bubby's coming to visit. Bubby. Bubby, you smell like you've been in a window all day. It was 70 degrees outside. He was chasing birdies. Yeah, you were chasing birdies. Now you smell like outside. You smell. You smell. You smell like... God. You smell like shit, Bubby. No, he smells like outside. Now I got kitty fur all over me. We're safe. Anyway. Sure, they are games that I just won't be fair. Use it as a learning tool. How do you learn from... Like, if something's truly unfair, you're not going to learn from that. If somebody's playing chess wrong, you're not going to learn how to play chess. I started off with lower level cards, but I worked my way up and I didn't buy packs. You need to learn strategy. Rearrange your deck if need be. I mean, this guy's not wrong in that aspect. Like, there are certain aspects where you just got to play different. Like, Scott definitely needs to shut the fuck up and learn how to play. 1000%. Speaking of which, we haven't seen Scott, I don't think. I failed to have a perfect score at TVT this weekend because I got the opponent has left game message and counted as a loss. What's the point of practice upgrade? I mean, that sucks. Usually you don't get that from opponent has left game unless you left. Unless you're the opponent that left. Am I not playing definitely not Glanzer? Like right now, I'm definitely not playing anything right now. How would I be playing him? Are you fucking stoned? Do you think I'm just playing on my phone during the middle of these rants? Bubby's got on my lap again. I dropped him off, but he jumped right back in. Guess who's sporting a new hoodie via Glanzer's merch store? Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, fuck yeah, fuck yeah, fuck yeah. Oh, I love this kitty. People that rage quit can cause a loss. Oh, that's true. That's true. They can do that. I think it's only on iOS that happens, though. I believe we found the Mystic player. That's really funny. Don't nerf my cards. Don't nerf my cards. Dude, definitely not Glanzer is called definitely not Glanzer for a reason. Because it is most likely probably definitely not Glanzer. Imagine asking for a Sizzler nerf when there's better legends. What the fuck does that mean? That doesn't make any sense. You don't just nerf the best card. You nerf the cards that are imbalanced in some way. Sizzle might not necessarily be the best legendary card, but it might need a nerf more than the best legendary card. You know what I mean? Just because it's the best doesn't mean it needs the nerf. Because if the best legendary card is Mecha, Mecha still gets fucking lightning bolted. You know, it's not that big of a deal. Didn't the dev say it's impossible for Rage Chris to drop the connection? I don't remember them ever saying that. That's literally, I cannot believe any software developer would ever say a sentence like that. Ever and ever. I cannot believe that would happen. Ever. You would never say an absolute like that. Especially when it's peer-to-peer connection. Of course a disconnect from the host could disconnect the whole... Of course it could. Imagine asking for a Sizzler... Oh, I read that one. Sizzler fucks shit up if you let him get started, but doesn't need a nerf. Don't see anyone complaining about Sam, Satan, or Inkin. Well, Sam you can render useless with couple different spells that are actually an energy advantage. Satan... I don't think Inkin's the problem at all. I think Inkin's in a perfectly fine spot. I think Dar and Pope are in a bad spot. It's great that Classy and Ike are getting a buff. I have the former at level 5. And yes, I agree with the request of adding some old school characters. Please, I want Scuttlebutt card. The game needs more animal tank cards? Sure. Or Miss Crabtree. That would be pretty funny. Miss Crabtree hit... Who's that girl with the tits that could be like AoE hits that like hit him twice? You could like swing... Like Miss Chokes on Dick. You swing back and forth. And it's just like... Poo-poo! Poo-poo! And it hits twice. So if you have an attack boost, it's like triple the attack. Or double the attack, I guess. Well, triple technically. Broken and good are two different things. Yeah. Well... He's never seen anyone complain about Sam. I mean, yeah, a lot of people complain about that. It's rare. It's just one card that's too powerful. It's the deck that it can play in. Yeah, Muscular McGaines has got it right. It's never the card itself necessarily, unless it's like Satan in its heyday. Obviously, Satan's a solo card. It doesn't have to get Satan was super good because of the meta was so spammy. That is partially true. But when you have a card like, I mean, just think about a really good Psalm. Now think about a Psalm in a world where there wasn't power bind. And think about Psalm in a world where lightning bolt doesn't kill him, which is true sometimes. And in a world where the removal doesn't exist. Like, that card is too strong, right? That card is simply too strong. That one card by itself. But if you add in all the stuff that you can put with them, or you can remove them with, there's a lot. And most people have something in their deck to deal with Psalm specifically. It's almost like he could be, like, Psalm could be really fucking strong right now, and it almost wouldn't matter because you can do the same thing. If Psalm's ability was twice the damage, you could do the same exact thing that you do to him now, and it wouldn't matter, right? But if Grand Wizard Cartman all of a sudden got double the attack or something like that, then that's the type of stuff that would be good. But there's also like combo cards, right, where you look at Visitors itself, good card, solid card. Visitors itself, I don't think they're that big of a problem. When you boost their attack, though, they have such quick attack, and there's fucking 2 of them. They're 1.5 cost units that you can put 4 energy out and get 100 extra damage on each of them. And they attack probably like the 5th fastest attacking range card in the game. They have absolutely the best DPS of any range card if they're both attacking. Excuse me, if they're both attacking the same unit. But you can, but like Ninja plus Warboy, all of a sudden they're fucking too good, and you had to debuff them. You had to debuff them, nerf them, whatever. You had to nerf them because they were just too good. They were too good. And so it's all like with Dar. Leanne by herself, okay card. If you play it well with the Dar though, really, really good card. So you have to kind of keep stuff like that in mind when you're balancing these cards. Like, okay, I can make this card better. I can make Classy better, but is Classy coupled with a speed boost from Warboy now way too strong? It could be. It could be. Is Classy coupled with Space Pilot Bradley so that the stun, like you can just stun like crazy? Is that a issue? Who knows? It's all about the combos. Like Call Girl or Pope. Pope at its base level, I think it's a dumb idea to have a card like that in a game like this, but bring one thing back, you got to time it right, that's fine. But when you can bring back Call Girl, who then brings back somebody else, that's too strong. Call Girl by herself, somewhat fair. I still think it's too good. Still, I think she should go back to 7 cost, honestly. But yeah, it's all about the combos. Because very rarely do they nerf a card because just that card is too good. It's usually about like a combination of cards are good at the time. Like this deck is too good, so we're gonna nerf cards that are in that deck to make that deck a little bit less good, to make other deck options more viable, and that will increase the playtime. You don't necessarily, your goal isn't just to play, for people to play Sizzler less. Your goal is for them to not only maybe play a little Sizzler less, but also play a little different cards around the Sizzler maybe to make the Sizzler work just as well as he worked before, kind of thing. Second PvP pack today. Oh guys, it's Scott. I don't care. Do I care? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what you did today in South Park, dude. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares if you went up against nothing but D-rankers. Bubby doesn't give a shit. I sure as shit don't give a shit. You know Pegs doesn't give a shit. Look at how mad Bubby is just because Scott's name was on the fucking screen. Oh, he's not mad. He's just a sleepy boy. Are you sleepy? Did you see that face he made? Do it again, Bubby. Just lean back. Lean back. That fucking cat's the greatest. He got into the catnip or something. That's like the emote. Everybody spam that emote. Yeah, there you go. Spam it so it fills the screen. Oh, I don't have the emote wall on this one. No. No. Wait, maybe I can add it real quick. Hold on. Source. Widget. Emote wall. Pow. Emote wall. Alright, do it again. Pow. There we go. That's what's up. So I don't want it over my pretty face, right? Do it like this. Can I like stretch it? Make them look elongated? Is that weird? I don't think that's too weird. Fuck it. Nice. Beastman Pros. You got to make that background transparent though, instead of matching the dark. Because if you have light mode, it would look real stupid. Anyway. God, I hate that guy. Anyway. Not you, Scott. Instead of creating useless new wait. Okay, I find Ned's ability so underwhelmingly disappointing. I'll agree. You'd think it would be something... You'd think there'd be two parts to it. Like, it heals them and something else. I don't know. Their whole plan is to make every card good enough to want you to upgrade it. Yeah. But I mean, that's not really their whole plan. Because, like, look at cards like Shelly and Bradley and all these cards that came out and sucked dick. So, like, they're just they truly are trying to make the best game possible while still turning a profit to be able to continue to make the best game possible. I find Ned's ability so... I read that. Instead of creating useless new cards, remember all the last ones? So many epic fails. Please fix your fucking deranking issues. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That's the dumbest thing. You don't stop production of other features because there's issues that exist. That's like saying Microsoft isn't research and developing new shit just because Microsoft Word has some fucking bugs. Are you fucking insane? Do you have any idea what type of lack of progress there would be if all they did was focus on fixing the current state of things? I got a newsflash for you, buddy. Software has bugs. Every single program that you fucking have has bugs in it. Every single program that you use has a bug in it while you're using it. Some of them you won't even know what's happening. Some of them happen so gracefully and they deal, like Microsoft Word, buggy as shit, but it will handle it very gracefully and you won't even know what's happening because it kind of catches it and does shit. But everything that you use has bugs, but most of the time it's like, oh, what? That was weird. Oh, Google Chrome just completely didn't pull up that fucking window for some reason. Why did that whole fucking web page not reload? I don't know. Reload. Oh, it works fine now. No big deal. You don't go onto Google's fucking forum and yell at them about their fucking bugs. Are you fucking stoned? What gives you the right? Anyway, -1 level to all resurrected cards. I don't like that. That's stupid. That's fucking stupid. Because that doesn't affect anything if they're at level 1. If you're at level 1 gameplay, that doesn't affect anything. But changing the level of a card in-game is so dumb. What do you do? Max level? Top level? If I was max level, am I below max level? And, oh, one card could have a huge difference between one level, and one card could have no difference between that level. So if I get like a level 4 versus 5 main bear pig, somewhat impactful. If I get 4 versus 5 Sam, If I get fucking 4 versus 5 Dar, who gives a shit? 4 versus 5 Mecha wouldn't even matter. I guess you can't get Mecha back, right? But like a lot of cards, it wouldn't matter, so it wouldn't really impact the battle at all. But 2, you have some cards where the level up gives you a huge boost to your ability. You have some cards where you get the level up ability slowly through, like for instance, Critters. Critters max goes up per level. So when you upgrade the level, you get their ability upgrades, and then the rest of the upgrades are just attack and health. That's it. So if you get a full level on Critters, it might not even be fucking impactful. If you get it would be impactful, versus if you get a full level on 6 element Randy, nothing really changes except like your robot level or something. Like, it's just like, or Classy's level doesn't really matter. It's just stupid. Affecting the level of it doesn't make sense. That doesn't. That's so stupid. That would infuriate people. That would infuriate people. Imagine how mad somebody gets because somebody mind controls their level 7 for a victory. Now instead, like, I'm getting level 1 levels that I fucking paid money for? Are you kidding me? Do you have any idea how mad people would be if their shit got lowered level in game for using some fucking card? That's just not a solution. That's not a solution. They create usable average cards that also no good. They don't create new cards and the game doesn't have what the fuck? This gotta be translate, right? By the way, they create OP cards, comma, that's not good, comma, they are money grab. Hyphen. They create usable average cards, comma.
Back and Fat Cat Spray wants to say, WTF are you idiots thinking?
That's also no good. They don't create new cards, and the game doesn't have what it is. It's only up. What are you fucking talking about? They create new cards and increase the pool of obtainables. I mean, yeah, that's always shitty. That's why it's always better to get in early on games like this, because you'll be able to build the earlier cards quicker when there's less of them, and you have a huge advantage. I would never play a game like this unless I played it, like, if not first day, definitely first year. Definitely first year. I try to play as early as I can though. Like World War Doe, I was like first 6 months. Alliance War, I'm early. Champion Strike, I'm about a year in. There's people with max accounts that I'm nowhere near, right? But I have max level cards in Champion Strike and World War Doe, but I don't have a max level legend, that is. I'm very excited for all 3 buffs. It's gotten to the point where I just like using random cards. Yeah, Classy's pretty good. She's pretty fun. Thank you to Total and the team. You've been phenomenal working through all the bitching. Dude, I like how you stopped it from stopping it. Nice. Which is what I'm going to do, somewhat. But my God, can a motherfucker get a SPPD leaderboard? F the bitches. Some of us love them. Who cares if some don't want to try? Give people who can't hit skill podiums a shot for a different one. That's a different take. What do you guys think? The extreme thank you for is classy. My favorite card and the second most epic you've given me. Nice. I also have been working my Scout Ike, but he has been clutch for me and using to draw out units while getting a charge. But I'm sure the new way to gain through attack may work better or more. It's definitely different for sure. Definitely different. The buff nerfs are interesting, but Sizzler doesn't need a nerf. He's a high cost legendary. He's 4 cost. Mid tier at best for cost. And Pope Dars are just so strong because the units have a second war cry. Fix this and everything. So yeah, I agree. I think that helps a lot. And but that also, that's like, that is the card though. That is the card. I hate the idea of it not doing that because that is the card. I don't know. And again, stop deranking by adding 9k arena and increase the floor. Negative 350 instead of negative 700 was a good idea. Why did you withdraw that? Because people could get climbed up from an event and quit the game. I love all the people upset over cards getting buffed that desperately need it. And Scout Ike, for instance, has needed it since his release. No shit. Should the obvious cards have also been nerfed? Yes. Why weren't they also included with this? Who knows? But clearly, even if the devs gave us exactly what we wanted, people would still whine after. Yeah. With that being said, please nerf dog poo. That's fucking funny. Dog poo. I don't mind the leaderboard as long as it's not replacing something else. Yeah, I agree. If they do the leaderboard along with the team thing, they do the leaderboard instead of the team thing, I get that. The image on Ned's card looks inspired by Willem Dafoe in Platoon. That's pretty funny. That's actually true. It looks like him. Ned's stats are trash. Glanzer knows it. That's really funny. Yeah, I'm not sure it'll be good. It really honestly just depends on how quick he attacks. I haven't watched any of the videos yet. But even so, 70 heal a piece. If it heals with the attack boost, then I could see Ned and BHK like leading an Osimo or something like that actually put a fucking Warboy out there. I could see that actually be pretty sick. Then put Sizzler out there. Like, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I could see it being okay. And if attack range is pretty good, I could see him being useful. 3 energy. He's 3 energy. That's good. 3 energy for a range card at any moment is a pretty good play. Especially when the options right now are Shelly, Pirate Ship, you know. He seemed relatively quick when I watched. His voice clips were hilarious. Nice. I'll have to check that out. I didn't have a chance at work today. Tanks are rare at top level anyway. Why am I boosting a card I don't need? Yeah, exactly. You don't really see tanks. You see one. That's what I was saying. Just like Archangel Bradley, his problem will be that there's not really any good tanks to pair him with. There should be a tank that heals on hit too. So then he gets double heal. Also, Beastman thinks patterns are a thing. LOL. LOL. Dude, can you stop playing the game and make it easier on us? I'm so sick of hearing your stupid fucking problems that aren't problems. Oh, this is Scott. You're the homeless man by the supermarket at this point. You will probably get banned for that, honestly. Everyone knows you're there. No one listens to you. Insanely dumb comments you make. Just fucking stop. I literally hate you. Unless he's talking to me. Yikes. Oh, no. He was definitely talking to Scott. You double posted, you moron. All right, we got to read it now. Should I do the voice? Should I do the Scott voice? All right, hold on. I got to get into character. I gotta get into character. And by character, I mean crooked glasses and an annoying fucking voice. It's hard to put my glasses on crooked. I can't even do it. I can't even. There you go. There you go. Oh, I can't see now. Second place PvP pack, game 1. Dude, I am gonna go fucking blind. I can't see shit right now. I have to close an eye. Fuck me, dude. I can't read right now. I literally can't read. Everything's on top of itself. Okay, if I focus. Okay. Second PvP pack today, game 1, draw with a D ranker. Game 2, draw with a D ranker. Game 3, low-cost spamming sci-fi player whose cards come back to life in 1v1s and had level 4 Sizzler. Oh no! Same stuff every day, then get a player below my rank, -75, and back to square one. This guy complains about how many points he wins and loses. What a fucking idiot. Sort this out. I'm sick of wasting my time and effort to be robbed by Dar Incan. To be robbed of hard work. Robbed of my hard work. Robbed of my hard work. Robbed of my hard work. That is the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard. Oh, I got effort to be robbed. What effort's he talking about? To be robbed of my hard work and spending, getting on for half an hour, doing anything like earning a PvP pack. What is a duff hand? Someone look up duff. Does duff mean like shitty? Duff hand against Dar Incan. Game ruined. Always the same. Heavy penalties for RNG and imbalanced cards. And another player sitting 1,000 elo too low. How do you know where they belong? Maybe you're just a bigger potato than they are. Fuck. I can't do the crooked glasses anymore. Take even more elo off some. I'm now down nearly 200 from losing a few games and winning a few games. What? Of course. That happens. Don't want complaining about it? Pass it on to the devs and actually get them to fix it. Because, you know, instead of annoying players by leaving the issues there and making it look like, what is your issue? What is your fucking issue? What's your issue? That you don't think their fucking MMR algorithm is right? You fucking moron. It's a tried and true system based on your fucking current score. It is not something that they even developed. I can guarantee you they bought somebody's pre-developed fucking score structure somewhere. They probably can't even change it if they fucking tried. Oh my lord. What the fuck is he talking about? What time and effort? What effort? You play the game like this. That's what you do. You go like this. Or you move a fucking mouse. That's all you fucking do. And the the 5.5, dude, not even 5, the 500th of a calorie that you used to do that, man. That effort is just fucking wasted on these goddamn D rankers, and I'm so fucking sick of it. Oh my god, I cannot. I'm glad I read that. I can't. I just can't get over that. Time and effort. Time and effort. Time or ever. If you draw with the D ranker just trying to win, maybe, just maybe, they're not D ranked, but just playing at that rank because that's where their skill level bounces. Dude, exactly, bacon or bust. Like, these guys, okay, sometimes they're D ranking. Sometimes they could play better. But at the same time, those people D ranking probably aren't playing 30 games a day. They're getting their pack. The reason you D rank is to get your PvP packs as quickly as possible. That's it. That's it. Some people heavily D-rank before an event so they can grind the event quick. That's fine. But normally through the week, nobody's fucking D-ranked hard to get an event done or something like that. They're just getting their PvP packs. That's what D-rankers care about. They want to get the most reward for the least amount of effort, and the most reward in this game isn't getting lockers, it's getting PvP packs every 4 hours. That's it. That's it. I almost saw your hair mushroom cloud over your head. Dude, my hair is getting nutty right now. I should probably cut it. No, I like it. You can't stop me. I don't know. This guy's so funny though. But then to be mad at, like, one, you assuming where a player should be solely by the levels of his cards is stupid. When in reality, maybe he's adventure locked and he doesn't have a removal. And if you played a deck with a tank in it, you'd fucking win. Like, maybe I'm running adventure locked and he's got a bunch of shit, and my Aerostorm shit's all over him. You know, whatever it might be. Whatever it might. I literally hate you, this guy. You're gonna get banned so hard. Can everybody log in and say that this post was helpful though? I'd like that to definitely happen. Yeah, it's just like, what's the fucking point? Why do you care? Like, early on in South Park, back in the days when your rank was dictated by, and your end of season rewards and everything was dictated by where you were in like a numbers, like top 100, top 250, top whatever. The top 25 got an exclusive reward. The top 150, I think, got like the guaranteed 2 legend, or back then it was only 1 legend, like the guaranteed legend. From 250 or 150 to 250 might have been. I don't remember what the ranks were at all. One was like 500 to 750 or whatever. But people would spend hours and hours grinding out rank to try to get to that next tier to maybe catch 1 extra legend, or to, I mean, if you're, I wasn't anywhere near the top 25 back then. I was like a top 100 player, and I didn't care if I finished at the top 100 or not. I knew that I was at the top 100, but when you were playing with a bunch of people, like, you could catch a D ranker who should have been way higher, who didn't care, who wasn't ranking up, or maybe they were ranking up at the time. You catch a loss because games like that, you know, 50%, 40, 60, whatever it might be. All you have to do is lose one of them. All of a sudden you're out of that bracket and you get fucked, right? So I just didn't care ever, and early on I did kind of care. I was like, I'm trying to get to the 500 tier or whatever, and I remember playing and getting so mad because of what was happening. Like, I got a bad game, or I'd match up against somebody that I just could not beat because, like, they had way better cards back then, and I just made that decision right then. I was like, I'm not even gonna look at the number of elo I get. I'm not even gonna care about my score. I'm never gonna care where I finish in the rank. The only thing that I care about is what rank you are for caps. But even then, I'm fucking 8,000 most of the time because I'm playing some dumb gizmo deck or something. Well, now it's so easy to stay above 8.5, like, not a problem now, but back then it was a little bit more difficult. But it's not worth it. There's no fucking reason to give a shit about your elo. There's no reason. Once you're above 6,000, your PV packs are all the same, so it doesn't fucking matter. Your Team Wars packs don't change. Your event packs don't change. Nothing changes whether you're 7,000 or 7,500. Unless you're trying to get up the first time and you're frustrated, that's fine. But if you're trying to rank up to these ranks for the first time and you're looking at your fucking score every time, you pizzaed when you fucking should have French fried, because you're gonna have a bad fucking time. Because it's just gonna drive you fucking nutty. You're gonna not understand the system, because ELO's a it's not easy to understand. Like, you're not gonna get it. Especially when your points can be in the 8,000s. Like, if your elo, like chess elo, little easier to figure out, because your difference in elo is not gonna potentially be 500, right? But in some games it's so simple. Like, in some games, in World War Do, but it's the worst ever, by the way. I'm gonna say this, it's the fucking worst thing ever. In World War Do, if you win against somebody who has higher score than you, whether it's 1 or 1,000, you get 16 points. If you win against somebody lower than you, you get 12 points. If you lose against someone higher, you lose less points. If you win against if you lose against someone lower, you lose more points. Typical elo system, but it's locked into those per thing. And that is a nightmare in that game, because to get from one rank to the next, you need, like, the rank that like locks you in, you need like 2,500 points. So you need to win hundreds of games in a month to get there, but you're also losing games, right? And the way that the matchmaking works is I'm matchmaking against people thousands of points above me, and I can beat them. I've beaten the top fucking 10 in the world in that game before, and I don't get any extra points. I get the same amount of points if I would have beaten somebody one above me. So I don't play that game enough to climb out of, I'm one below the highest. I'm kind of silver, actually, because it's silver, then diamond, then grandmaster, master, then grandmaster. Grandmaster's only like 20 people usually. But I just don't play the game enough. And I cannot get, like, if I got 50 points for beating those motherfuckers way better than me, I'd start climbing up. And that's the thing about South Park. Like, win or lose, in a couple games, you're going to go up or down 100 points. Because if you beat somebody who's the exact same level as you, I'm pretty sure you get 50 points. That means if you're playing perfectly, matchmaking is perfect, you're going up and down 30 to 50 points every win, every loss, and that's impactful. So if you're caring about 100 or 200, that's two bad losses, and you're down that much. That's one string of losses. That happens in this game. You can match up with just your absolute counter. If you're not playing the meta or a counter meta, you're just gonna get shit on by the meta. And if you complain about that, then you are a moron. You're a moron. Fuck. Anyway, if you made it this far in the YouTube video, say pineapple in the comment, or if you're here on Twitch, you can write it down and remember. But say pineapple in the comments, and you'll get 2 entries into the giveaway for a $15 gift card for either Android or Google Play. You could convince me for Steam if you didn't want to drop it into mobile game. You could convince me on Steam, but pineapple in chat on the YouTube video, so I know if you watch the whole thing, you deserve it. You deserve the extra entry. If you are here live, you also deserve the extra entry, right? So pineapple with your comment, make sure you leave a comment. But if the comment is just pineapple, it doesn't count, okay? If you just say pineapple, you actually won't get counted. I'm gonna disqualify you. Because then people will just see everybody fucking commenting pineapple, and they'll just comment pineapple too. They'll see, oh, that's the trigger word for the giveaway, right? So you need to put a comment that has pineapple in it. You need to sneak it in there some way. You know, you don't just say, oh, I want to win the giveaway, pineapple. You say, you know what? I think pineapple's underrated. Pineapple's a good fruit. What do you think, Glanzer? I don't know. Fucking be clever. but don't just say pineapple. And you get 2 entries for a $15 giveaway for I don't know, whatever you fucking want. $15 Applebee's. I'll send you an Applebee's gift card. I don't give a shit. Whatever you want, I'll send it to you. OnlyFans gift cards, does that exist? It's pretty good stocking stuffer though, am I right? I have a pineapple in my butt. Yeah, you could talk about Hitler being punished in hell by shoving a pineapple up his butt. You could tell me to go sit on a pineapple. That'll be confusing. Everybody will be like, why is everybody being so rude to Glanzer? Why is everybody being so mean? Tell him to shove shit up his ass? I mean, pineapples. Have you ever seen a pineapple? Is it cut? Is the pineapple cut already? Because those they have spines. Have you seen a pineapple? They grow on, like, trees. Like, have you ever seen a pineapple? They grow on, like, bushes. It's the weirdest thing. Have you ever seen a pineapple? You gonna shove one up his butt? You just gonna sit on that thing? Pineapple on pizza is a war crime. That's bullshit. Some dumb internet meme made that popular, when in reality, everybody knows that something sweet with something savory is delicious. They have fucking pineapples in sweet and sour pork. And you're gonna tell me that that's not a good idea? Pineapple does not belong on a fucking pizza. Okay, first off, how dare you censor yourself in this channel? This is America. You say fuck like a grown man. Second, Jedi Mind, welcome in. Arkansas guy, quadriplegic, everybody welcome in. I think my bot is fucking up though. No, I lied. Remind me about pineapple. Anyway, guys, pineapple's in General Tso's chicken. It's a no-go for me. You don't put it in General Tao's. You put it in, I don't know. Obviously, it wouldn't be good in everything. If there's too much soy sauce involved, the pineapple is not gonna mend. It's all about having something with more of like a duck sauce feel to it. You know what I'm saying? Then the pineapple is gonna sit real pretty. You get a nice. If you do it right, you get a nice little crisp shell on the pineapple with the sugar. Pineapple in tacos is awesome. See, I've had pineapple salsa on tacos, and I've had mango salsa and peach salsa. Surprisingly delicious, that peach salsa is. I had a peach salsa that was like one of those like really fucking hot salsas, but it was so good that we ate it in like 2 sittings, even though like afterwards we were just like just downing milk and sucking on popsicles. That's a nice clip. As Voila brands of bagged dinners you buy at Walmart has a sweet and sour chicken one that has pineapples in it. Oh, the ones where, yeah, the ones where you, like they steam in the microwave. I know which ones you're talking about. Yeah, Matt's an OG dude. Matt's been around a bunch. I didn't say sweet always goes with savory. It just goes with savory sometimes. Like you don't put a fucking cashew. I don't know. You do put cashews and stuff. I lied. You do that. They do fucking put cashews and stuff. I'm dying. When I first moved to Hawaii, we stayed at Holiday Inn for almost 10 weeks. I pretty much every morning had a fruit bowl that was a hollowed out half of a pineapple with scoop of frozen raspberry sorbet. Oh, because the Holiday Inn had a continental breakfast? That's pretty cool. Strawberries, guava, mango, starfruit. I don't know what starfruit is. Is starfruit like another fancy name for cantaloupe or something? Guava? Fucking guava juice? Large snake chocolate shake? Holy fucking shit, Pegs. Are you my fairy godmother? Fucking old enough to be, am I right? Fairy godmother's gotta be like 90, 95, right? That's when you get your wings. Starfruit slices actually shape of a star. Really? Dude, I gotta Google starfruit here. I feel like I'm in the... This is the real thing that exists. Oh my god, it's carambola, you fucking dumb shit. Calling it starfruit like a moron. You uncultured swine. Yeah, I've had that. I guess it is kind of shaped like a star. It's actually shaped like an apple core. And it looks like it too. From the backside, it looks oddly similar to Cat Spray's mom's vagina. Oddly similar. It's kind of waxy sweet. I don't think I've ever eaten it, but I know what it is. So much star fruit here. Just like it grows on trees. Chocolate starfish in the hot dog flavored water. I know what you're talking about, McGaines. I'm right there with you, buddy. Fucking your way to Mario invincibility. Dude, I remember... This isn't Mario, but I remember when I was a kid, we were playing Sonic 3 with Tails, and we had the invincibility where it was like you guys know what I'm fucking talking about. We made words for that shit. Indestructible into indestructible, indestructible into indestructible. I can't die now. You guys know what I'm talking about. But you could still get crushed. So we were in the cave level and we were running through indestructible like fucking gods, singing our song. And we run through this thing right as it's coming down and we get fucking thwomped. And Sonic does the whole like, he goes like, instead of facing that way, he does like that 2D swap and he goes up and he's got like this face. He's like, oh, and then he fell and we were like, fuck. I guess that doesn't stop getting fucking smashed. And so from then on in that level, every time we got to that level and we picked up that boost, the other people who weren't playing, because it would be me and my 3 brothers and we would switch off levels. And if you died like a fucking scrub, you'd have to switch off. But we'd always be like, remember, you're not squish proof. Remember, you're not squish proof. Oh god, those are the days. Yeah, my uncle had a Sega. That was like some of my earliest gaming was on the Sega Genesis at my uncle's house. We didn't have a gaming system until we moved to Parker, which would have been, I think I was first grade, second grade until we got our first, our N64 was the first console we had. I had played Super Nintendo at some friends' houses and stuff like that. But yeah, we got the N64 for Christmas one year. I remember going fucking batshit crazy. We got Star Fox and Rogue Squadron, and those are the only 2 games we had for the longest time because we were kind of poor. Then being able to afford the N64 at this point, like thinking back, I was like, that must have fucking broke them for a while. But they probably got it fucking on sale or something. But I do remember playing Atari at my uncle's house too, but mostly we played Genesis because he had it up in his room in a box, and we'd be like, can you set up the Sega for us? And we'd be in his room on the end of his bed playing while they were downstairs, you know, fucking doing what adults do, talking shit. And dude, that was really fun. And so the main games were Sonic, but they also had a sick Battleship game that I had so much fun with Battleship. They had a golf game that my dad would play. They had a baseball game that my dad would play, which is actually the only time I've ever seen my dad play video games is on that Sega. And thinking about that, I should get him something because I think he'd like that shit. He plays this shit out of Solitaire and stuff on his phone. But he plays Sudoku too. He's like really good at that. Like he's got a couple... I know some basic strats on how to like know how to, but he's got a couple where it's like if this and this are these ones, then you know that this one's good. And it's like, how the fuck is that logic? How does that logically make sense? But I don't know. You do shit like that long enough. It's like crosswords. It's just like you do it long enough and you just kind of figure out, oh, a 3-letter word that has a Q at the beginning, it could only be 3 options. Or you figure out all the words, because crosswords are notorious for like these 2-letter words. You figure out all these dumb 2-letter words that the crosswords have to keep repeating. They have to keep repeating those because like there's no other like ID or something like it or something like that. Like there's no they're gonna slam those shits together. It's gonna happen. You need those 2s, so you can use those to really help build out your. And a lot of the times it's It's called using Ariadne's thread. That's probably what it is. Glanzer probably had the 900 Nintendo hotline on speed. No, dude, we didn't even have Nintendo power. I would try to like steal them from my friends. I'd get like Game Informers from GameStop every once in a while, but no, we didn't really. I didn't have like I didn't game too much as a kid. Like I still did a lot of other shit beside video gaming wasn't my main pastime. It was like do shit all day and then the sun's down, go inside and play video games all night. It was that kind of thing. I didn't like LAN party with my friends, and I didn't get into like online Halo or shit like that. We didn't have internet in my house until like high school, and even then I stole it from our neighbors, their Wi-Fi, because my parents just like didn't think we needed internet. We're like, fucking got it at school. What do we need it for? They didn't want us to get poisoned. But yeah, we got it eventually. I think my sophomore year we got it. Give me a 4-letter word that ends in UNT that always refers to a woman, but it's not derogatory. Like a punt? You can call a girl a punt, right? Anyway, we've been rambling here. We're at 3 hours total, so this one's gonna take a while to render and upload. We're at 10 already. So I'm not gonna keep playing South Park tonight, but we will be streaming tomorrow where we'll play South Park, and we just started a new season of Fall Guys, season 4, I think. Season 5 maybe even, actually, I don't know. I think it's season 4. It's a futuristic theme and there's a lot of cool stuff in that. So we'll play that after a little Fall Guys, after the South Park grind tomorrow. We'll play a little Fall Guys. Maybe get Akuma in there with us, whoever else might want to join. Maybe we can get Jeff in there. And if you guys want to join, let me know. We'll play tomorrow at like probably around this time actually. But we'll jump in with South Park first. We'll finish the event. These events don't take long to complete. And then we'll jump into Fall Guys. But don't forget, we're doing a giveaway. Pineapple is the keyword to get to. Otherwise, any comment will get you a giveaway. And leave that in the chat. I appreciate you guys a lot. I'm going to raid you out to somebody. But everybody on YouTube, thanks so much for supporting. Make sure if you're not subscribed, only 50% of my people that watch my stuff are subscribed, which is crazy. So if you're not someone who's subscribed, subscribe. I'm going for 1,000 by the end of the year. We're technically on the way, but we got to do like 2 per day. We're trending per 1 per day, which is pretty good. But if I get 1 per day, I'll be pretty happy. But I'm doing pretty much 1 YouTube video per day. I'm on like video 118. It's pretty crazy, but I got some other stuff in the works. I got another video platform that I might be introducing. Not streaming, just video. So keep an eye out on that, and that might be kind of interesting. But otherwise, Irish Jedi, everybody, pegs. That's how it is on YouTube, though. People are never subscribed. Yeah, those motherfuckers. All you gotta do is subscribe. I personally don't subscribe to anybody. I'm just kidding. I have like 10 people. I definitely don't like videos. I definitely understand if you don't want to like videos. I hate having videos that I've liked. There's that playlist that it automatically makes that says, these are all the videos you've liked. I get rid of them all every time. If I see it, I'll like something and be like, oh, I like that. And then like 5 days later, I'll be like, oh, gross. And I'll delete it from that fucking list. I'm an asshole. I'm that fucking guy. Like, oh yeah, I'll show you support. Gone in a day. Fuck that list. I hate seeing that list of things that I like. I feel like that is the list that they're gonna use to drone us someday. I don't like anything on Facebook. I don't like groups or like things or like TV show, anything. I don't like anything on Facebook. You don't know Facebook. When you look at my like, you know how you look at Facebook and it says like, this guy is this age range and he's conservative or liberal or progressive or blah blah blah. He likes hunting, whatever, all that shit that they try to advertise you. Mine says amoeba. That's it. That's all it says. Amoeba. Because they don't know shit about me. No, they got me pretty good. They got me pretty good. But it's like, that's exactly what I want them to think about me. Because it's definitely not what I am, but it's what they think I am. Because I don't like shit. I don't fucking share shit. I don't comment on shit that I don't want people to know I comment on. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, peace out, everybody. YouTube, I love you. Twitch, I love you more. Did we freeze? No, I'm just kidding. Bye.